stage, just right through there? Let's do it. This will be fun. You're on. I'm not mad at that. I don't know how I got to this point, man. Ice House, Pasadena, sold out crowd. Fucking nuts, man. It hit me the other day, I'm like, I'm the CM Punk of comedy. I have no business being up here. It's very strange, man. Very... Oh yeah, that's how I got here. That's exactly how I got here.
What are your thoughts looking back now at what Joe Rogan said to you about retiring when he was on the podcast, that famous episode?
Yeah, the infamous episode with Joe Rogan. Brian and Joe didn't want to air that show. It's my idea to air the show. Just because I felt like that's real. And I think what made the Fighting the Kid and kind of my success outside of fighting was just being real and bringing people on this journey, the highs and the lows.
You looked very stiff. You looked very stiff. You didn't look fluid. You know, you just didn't look good. It didn't look like you were well prepared. I worry about your commitment to fighting, and I worry about where you stand. I think you have one foot out the door. I think you're looking... You disagree?
Joe has a rough way of getting to the point. It's very black and white because he just wants to make sure that you know what's going on here.
You're looking at where the future is going to take you and that you can't do this forever.
And it hits me, I'm like, oh shit, I'm never gonna be champ. This is how this movie ends for me, isn't it? For athletes, you know, in college football, they don't tell you how to deal with fame or money in the NFL. That's why a lot of guys go broke.
The hardest part for any athlete, any performer, any entertainer is when it's over, finding that next chapter. In WWE and the UFC and the NFL, no one teaches you for life after this game's over.
And then on the other side of that, it's like, you know, how long can I do this? And man, I want to keep going. I'm going to stay here until they run me off.
You're a smart dude. And the problem with smart dudes is smart dudes think about concussions. You think about how many you've already had, how many you got coming up, how much damage you're taking in training. When does damage start to show up?
That podcast, people were like, God, dude, that was so mean. I didn't take it that way. It was heartbreaking for sure, but it was also his way of saying, you can do other things, man. These other guys can't. You can. Start doing that.
I just believe that as a young person, you know, people get lost. And so I think rather than trying to find yourself, quote unquote, and I don't know what the fuck that means, I think what you should do is get good at something. That's where I think getting your black belt in Jiu Jitsu has a lot of value. Learning how to play the piano has a lot of value. Learning a language has a lot of value. I promise you your life will be not only immeasurably better, but your understanding will increase.
Brian had the idea, he goes, dude, our show's doing well. We should do live podcasts. I go, that's a terrible idea. Have you ever been to a live podcast? There's two guys talking, like they need to be entertained. He goes, I know. We're gonna entertain them. We're gonna do a live, like, comedy show, performance show. It's not gonna be like the podcast. And I went, well, but I don't do stand-up. He goes, no. He goes, Rogan and I were talking about it. You're a great storyteller, man. You get up there, you're just gonna tell a story. Then we're in Chicago at Big Theater, biggest crowd we ever had, like, I don't know, 1,400 people, sold out. And right before I go on, Brian goes, hey, are you all good for your set? I go, oh, my story? He goes, oh, Bubba, you still call them stories. No, you do stand-up. This is stand-up. You're doing stand-up. I'm like, oh, shit. That's like a bulb went off. Boom. I'm like, oh, shit, you're right. He goes, yeah, go do stand-up.
One day I'm going through fucking Facebook, and I see that fucking Brendan Schaub's doing stand-up at the store, and I go, no. I thought you were going to go up there and tell a story about UFC pussy and fucking protein stinky pussy or something. It was completely different.
Can you tell us in general what your comedy seems to be about, what topics you're covering? You
know, from CT, brain trauma, to, you know, I'm a big dude who's way too into fashion and... You know, so it's all, you know, unique stuff. God, I'm a fuckboy. I own it though, man. So weird. The thing is, it wasn't like one day I was like, oh, fucking, let me just wake up dressed like an asshole and get this fucking Hitler haircut. I would never do that. In my heart of hearts, I thought I was gonna be world champion.
I love talking about where I thought I'd be versus where I really am.
So you're not fighting anymore. Why do you still train like an athlete? Why is that important to you?
I get it all the time, like, I don't get why you train so hard. I mean, I think training like this helps me with everything. Being creative, dealing with the stress of entertainment now, my podcast, stand-up, TV shows, all that this is the light for that.
I think the whole point of staying in shape and being physically optimized is so that your body doesn't break down and get in the way of what you really want to do.
I'm in my house in the morning doing my set, at night doing my set, drilling 3-4 times a day. At a break during the show, I'm doing it. Repetition, repetition, repetition.
These are both arts.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck what anybody tells you.
Yep.
MMA and stand-up are both fucking arts, man. I consider you an artist just like me.
Well, I'm gonna end it on that. I can't thank you guys enough for coming out. I love you guys. Hope you have fun. Pasadena, I'm out. There's no blueprint, man. I just go, man. Head down, I go. I'm just getting started, man. Like, I feel like this young kid that's just grinding, and you give me an inch, man, I'm gonna take a mile.
New look?
Yeah.
All right, new look.
Good luck, guys. Let's go. Let's do a new look.
You want me to rock like a fucking old baby?
Trying to do EBI and matches like this. So we're out of here, guys. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Love you. Where the fuck do I sign out of here? Cancel. How do I sign out? Oh, there we go. And yeah, that's the...
Welcome everybody.
Hey, look,
we're
it's me.
here live at the Onnit Invitational 4 inside
Number 4.
the Onnit Academy at
Yes.
10th Planet Austin headquarters. I am 1/3 of your commentary today. My name is Joey Fody. I'm here with Brandon McCatherine.
Hello.
And the other guy with me
And
is
me.
Ian McCall.
Doing a selfie. No big deal.
Take a selfie real quick. Guys, we got a stacked card of jiu-jitsu tonight. We got
We
a
do.
sub-only jiu-jitsu, so I have a
Yes.
good feeling we're gonna see a lot of submissions tonight.
Exactly. Guys just searching for him. Just constantly working for a submission.
Yeah, I think. We're gonna start it off with 2 super fights, juvenile super fights. We have Jacob Harris and Grayson Henley, and Elizabeth Clay and Kayla De Leon. I've actually had a chance to roll with Jacob, so I have firsthand experience with him. He's gonna bring the action. I know Grayson also, IBJJF double gold.
These are kids.
Yeah, juvenile.
They're amazing.
So talented. I mean, just at a young age, they got so much ability. But those 2 matches are going to start it off, and you're going to be blown away. If you're not here live inside Onnit Academy, you can watch it onnit.com/live, which you're probably doing right now. But you're going to be really amazed by the level of talent here tonight. And then we got a 205-pound bracket. Just a brief rundown. We got Patrick Miller, Vince Barbosa, Kyle Bain, Tommy McKay, Alex Skold, Ty Orgeron, Sean Gayton, and Kali Talamai. Guys, that's a great card. That's a great 205 light heavyweight division. That is as open as anyone I've in this card. I mean, the 135 is open, but this one, I think anybody can win it. You guys have any thoughts on that division?
I'm looking at Kyle Bame, EBI veteran.
Exactly.
And
he's already competed at a high level.
A real savage. Not to say that that's not true about these other guys, but with just a little information we have on Kyle, we know that he's going to come out there with some thunder.
Yeah, he seems to have competed at the highest level so far of everybody else. That means just, the higher level of experience, really the better you are. You know, even if you're the lowest guy that's there, you're getting beat up by the best in the world. So
it matters who you've lost to and who you've beaten.
Exactly, because everybody loses in these type of sports, and it's not a big deal. You lose to amazing people or even young up-and-comers, it happens, you know. You could beat them another time, but that experience is what really, really, really does it, especially under lights like this.
Yeah, even the most least experienced person in that bracket, I think, has enough experience in the EBI rule set, and I think that's going to play a lot into going forward and having a strategy for winning tonight. And again, guys, we got a 135-pound bracket. That's if you watch the West Coast trials, the ADCC West Coast trials, then you're going to know some of these names. Ethan Krillestein, we got John Calistine, Ricky Lulay, Sheridan Moran, who competed at the second Onnit Invitational, EBI Combat Jiu-Jitsu. Guys, we're about to get started. Curtis Hembroff is going to lead it off and give us a brief.
The legend.
Newly crowned black belt from Eddie Bravo, by the way.
And look at that hair.
Amazing hair.
Got Travis Moore as our other referee as well.
Yes, two awesome jiu-jitsu practitioners in their own right.
Welcome to the Onnit Invitational 4. My name is Curtis Hembroff. I'm the head coach at Camp Planet Austin. I'm here with Travis Moore, head coach at John's Gym Temple, and we're super excited to bring you the Onnit Invitational 4 stacked card, a bunch of killers, the 135-pound bracket, a 205 bracket, and 7 awesome super fights. We'll lead off with 2 super fights, the 35-pound bracket, the 205-pound bracket, and it's going to be awesome. Travis Moore is going to do the first 4 matches, so we're not going to waste any time. Get started right now. 1, 2, 3, 4!
War, the crowning of Curtis Hembroff. I think he was noted.
Red corner, we have Jacob Harris.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. The first one is about to get going.
Jacob Harris, a bit of a 10th Planet Ronin. He trains with a lot of guys in different 10th Planet schools, but again,
and there are so many. There's like 65 or 70.
How many affiliates?
There's over 70 now.
Yeah, there's over 70 now.
You know what's my favorite part though? Jacob Harris coming out to Foo Fighters. Yeah. That's my dude.
Yes.
Coming straight out of 1998 and onto the mats here
yes.
at the Onnit Invitational.
And he is a young stud. It's a very good young competitor.
Yeah, Jacob actually the winner of the 140-pound Jiu-Jitsu Kumite in Houston, so he's very familiar with this rule set.
Blue corner, we have Grayson Henley.
Grayson Henley, another blue belt out of McCallum, got a wrestling background, 2017 IBJJF double gold, Houston Open, can move super well. I mean,
double gold is the big thing there.
Yeah, double gold. I mean, in his weight class and the absolute. So, I mean, you're going to see great movement, great abilities, and just high-level transitions here. I mean, really, the matches of the night have been a lot of the juvenile matches in the previous Onnit Invitationals.
Especially the females.
Yes.
The junior females.
Go ahead and shake hands.
All right, guys, we're about to start it off here. Grayson Henley in the red corner, Jacob
and
Harris
we're
in the
off.
blue.
Here you go.
Jacob
Pulls
pulling half guard.
quickly.
Jacob is a very aggressive player.
His half guard is
And he's
strong.
Right
straight
away
into
in
an
the neck.
electric chair right off the bat. He pulled straight into the clinch. He's
Oh,
rolling
nice
for a
thrust.
vaporizer. He could finish that.
Vaporizer, there we go.
It's done.
Oh, wow,
Wow.
that's it. That was fast.
That was quick.
Wow,
and
very
smooth.
slick.
Holy cow.
That was beautiful. You got to think at that age, pulling off moves in transition like that is incredible.
Jacob Harris wasting no time. Get
Wow.
the submission,
Well,
pull half guard, and
gentlemen, that was quite the highlight.
That was incredible.
We're going to be watching that highlight
might
for
be
a long
submission
time.
of the night.
I wish we had a replay. I want to watch that. Wow.
Yeah,
that was beautiful. Good job.
really
We may
nice
have to
transition
get
from
him to
half
do it
guard.
again.
Yeah, can you just show me that one more time? That was incredible. The whole
Well,
thing.
He jumped straight straight
Into
into the
half
half guard. So he pulled half guard,
Rolled through.
electric chair all the way to the top.
Exactly.
And then he passed off and rolled the same way that Eddie did against Hoyler.
Yes.
At their Metamoris
And then
match.
straight into the final.
Guys, I've been raving about this match all weekend. Elizabeth Clay, 2017 ADCC West Coast Trials winner, the only blue belt to win the division, and Kayla De Leon, sophomore year, won state championships at Cinco Ranch High School here in Texas. This match, super high level. I think Elizabeth is going to bring the action. Kayla definitely has I actually trained with Kayla's older sister, who's a purple belt. Super strong, very technical, but I'm been really excited to see this match.
And female wrestling has expanded and grown so much.
It has.
At first, we were all against it because of the whole Title IX thing, getting rid of other wrestling programs. But then you realize that because I deal with Carla Esparza and a lot of women in mixed martial arts jiu-jitsu, and man, they ran with it. Like our U.S. team is great now, and my coach, one of my former coach, but still a good friend of mine and coach, Sheldon Kim. His daughter, she was a strong wrestler and always brought in a lot of strong girls. So it was something I really got to appreciate. And the level of talent has gotten so high lately.
It's amazing. The level that Kayla's on is just from a wrestling standpoint. I mean, she doesn't go with anybody lower than a purple belt, technically, in any of her
Good
competitions.
choice of music, by the way, real quick.
Very, very nice choice of music.
A little more your speed there.
Yes, exactly.
Now, I've been hearing about Elizabeth Clay always. So I got here Thursday. Everybody's been talking about Elizabeth Clay nonstop since then.
And she's built like a brick shithouse. That's a fit girl right there. Young.
Kayla was voted the Texas MMA Community Teen Female Grappler of the Year 2 years in a row. So let's see some fireworks here tonight.
All right, let's go. War.
And
I'm interested to see if any one of these grapplers pull guard here. I don't think any one of them will.
I don't believe either of these girls are pulling guard. Not the way they locked that clinch on.
Exactly. They're looking for takedowns.
So interesting note. During the rules meeting pre-fight, they announced that the juvenile matches would not have heel hooks. And Elizabeth was over talking to the referee about that. She's like, "Look, I was preparing for heel hooks, so that should be interesting as we progress here. If if that was a big part of her training camp and she was planning, it could have really changed like her approach to her opening. As you see, she dives under there, possibly looking to elevate with a butterfly.
The leg lock game has changed the approach completely.
Yes, it has.
Elizabeth pulls guard here.
She's got a good angle.
Nice overhook on the arm.
That short, going looking for a flower sweep here.
Elizabeth stole the show. I think that the West Coast Trials really, no one saw a blue belt winning her division. And
she kind of came out of nowhere.
Nice
she
pass
got
from Kayla.
Quickly there. Attacking the head. Rafael Lovato,
strong
Justin
pressure.
Raider style, attack the head to jump the guard.
She's got the pressure going forward.
Good control at the wrist there, and a nice
inside
takedown.
trip. Nice.
She might get swept
trip.
for it. She might get swept for
Right
it. She's on the arm.
So she's got to watch her arm.
All right, she's in the clear here.
Kayla cornered by Jeff Messina.
Straight into a leg lock. See, look how the transitions are.
Very interesting. Now let's see what happens here. She's been training those legs for sure, just based on her reaction in that rules meeting. She's in on a short lock there. Not a lot there. She could go belly down and possibly finish.
Yeah, she's got to change.
It's better to use
of
it to
her
roll
hips
her and change position. Now you can make something happen belly down right there.
Yeah, a lot of pressure.
Oh, she got it.
Nice. Heel
See, all it was a switch of her position, and it was finished.
Yeah, very, very nice submission for Elizabeth Clay, getting the win here.
Cool and calm too.
Yeah,
she
very
like
collected.
She's been right there before. She's
very familiar.
Definitely wasn't the first time.
That's what I mean. Like,
traveled all the way from Alaska to be here today too.
And she just looks tough.
Yeah, she does. Very scary.
I'm not trying to fight her, that's for sure.
I mean, she's an athlete.
And she's throwing up gang signs
too.
That was very, very intimidating.
I'm afraid now.
Well, that's actually the end of our team matchups right now. So we have going in straight to our 205-pound bracket.
We'll see if the adults can match up to those kids.
2 submissions in less than 5 minutes. Yeah. So we should note that the rule set for the 205-pound and the 135 bracket, you get 6 minutes in the first round.
That's correct.
8 minutes in the second round.
Correct.
And 10 minutes in the third round.
Correct. Okay. So the last round of the bracket is the exact same as EBI. 3 overtimes, 10-minute regulation.
Second round has 2 overtime rounds.
8-minute regulation.
And the first round has 1 overtime round.
So it's just Same rule set, just a little different format from the Eddie Bravo Invitational until you get to the finals where it's exactly the same.
Patrick Miller.
But that does change
stepping
your
on the
overtime
mat here.
strategy for sure.
Oh, by far.
Alex, go!
Patrick won a super fight. Patrick Miller won his super fight here at Onnit 4 or Onnit 3.
Onnit
Excuse
3,
me.
yeah.
And he won that super fight
Against
in overtime.
Jimmy Lugo. Alex
it
Gold, a
was a tough
10th Planet Austin purple belt. I got a chance to train with him a couple months ago before my super fight, and man, the guy just moves like a gazelle. Super big, long, and just really able to move really, really fluid. So it should be interesting to see this match go down and see how Patrick can defend against Alex's attacks here.
We've seen a lot of differences in frame,
Yes.
in these matches, which is always a good stylistic thing for me to watch, because you see the shorter person versus the taller person, longer, whatever you want to call it.
Alex electing
Very
to wear
interesting.
some
Yeah,
gi
he's going
pants.
with the gi pants and the long sleeve rashi.
You don't know what that
I
means?
see he chose to have hair as well, which is different.
Alex also one of the competitors to come in underweight. A few of the guys came in underweight, but Alex significantly underweight. I don't know if that's going to play to an advantage or a disadvantage tonight.
Patrick is very aggressive.
Yes.
In all the matches that I've been watching of him, very aggressive. And it looks like Alex came to chill.
Exactly.
And play,
He came to play that
counter
game.
And
But
so
the beautiful thing about these rule sets, though, passing the guard is not really awarded. You don't really have to worry about getting your guard passed.
it's not rewarded as far as points go or victory itself goes, but it is rewarded when the bottom guy has to carry you for 6 minutes and lead you to overtime.
Exactly. He's got to carry all your weight. Got to deal with you putting the pressure on.
And that could come
especially pressure like he puts on.
And especially, look, he didn't. Regardless of what Alex's strategy was, he didn't want to be in the bottom of side control 20 seconds into the match.
Exactly.
Right. So he fought out. No deep breaths yet.
Patrick
waving his feet at Patrick.
Out of Team Zenith.
He
And,
came up and sat right back down.
This is very, very sport jiu-jitsu, or it's one of
Definitely.
those waiting games and the setups with the falling over and the rolling to different sides. You would never think would be.
Looking to snatch up like a. Oh, that was a really nice little pass there by Patrick.
You got to be aggressive in that position. You got to really just push him and fold him into a little box.
I tell you though, that 6 minutes is going to go by fast. If these guys don't chase for a submission, they're gonna wind up in overtime, and then that strategy comes into play. How well did you prepare for these overtime rounds?
You see, Patrick, he's not in a hurry to set a submission in. He's trying to advance up the body. You see, he clasps his hands around on the other side. He's looking to advance up the body, and it looks like he may be looking to expose the back shoulder there of Alex, so he can get the chest connection and take the back here, which didn't happen. Granby out by Alex. Nice work. Let's reset.
Pretty much offered his back on a platter.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and obviously it was a setup from his point of view. But why not take it and just take it?
Yeah.
Take it by force. Don't let him go to the next move.
Really interested to see how these competitors from 10th Planet Austin look as they continue to get better and better and more high level.
Little donkey guard action.
Donkey guard there.
Yeah.
Being attached here to the Onnit Academy with access to all these high level trainers and nutrition and
Constantly seminars that are going on that are amazing.
It'd be interesting because I'm from Alabama, man. We get the football teams when they got great facilities.
Yes.
It can start to make a difference in the program
big
as
time.
the years progress, and so
It's science.
I'd be very interested to see what starts coming out of 10th Planet Austin in the next couple of years.
Seems like Alex is really comfortable playing his bottom position. Not really giving up anything for Patrick to jump on even in.
He's not,
side
but he's
control.
also not offering a lot of offense. And Patrick's passing his guard.
He's done it several
And
times.
Patrick's
Yes.
laying
Yeah.
his weight
This is
on
like
in
his
this
fourth or fifth
position
time
too.
now.
So Alex isn't. He's framing, but he's working with his frames. You can see how there where Patrick is pressuring with his head. Alex is framing with his wrist there, which actually forces you to muscle and push with that tricep. So interesting little exchange here. Patrick just content to grind him out
There
like
we
if
go.
north
Got a
south.
north-south here.
This could be a
Straight for
problem.
north-south. And see,
All right,
again,
his face is out.
He took it by force.
Front
That's
headlock.
that's how you have to deal with guys like he's working with.
Patrick.
Eventually, he's going to
Rough and tumble. I
the-
kind
I
of like
think-
his jiu-jitsu.
Exactly.
I
me
think the
too.
weight disadvantage could come into play here. He's been, especially if it goes into multiple rounds, and
Yeah.
or if Kyle goes into the the second round and third round. He's getting definitely pressured here.
Yeah. Great posture by Patrick.
Yeah. See, now they're both starting to fatigue a little bit, not much, but at least it's there. You know,
they both took a moment to breathe there
Exactly.
for sure. Those are some dope rash guards.
They are.
Hypnotic made rash guard special just for the event.
I got one.
They look
Exactly.
pretty good.
I got one of the 50.
I got a purple one.
I'm stoked.
Yeah.
But Alex looked to set up a
Little
like
punch
a
in the
leg lock
jaw
entry.
there.
Trying to get under Patrick, but he's not giving it
Patrick
any room.
past his guard again.
And he's just turtling up, you know, trying to just not give him much to grab on
Patrick's
to deal with. But
that was the next play. He's going to look to set up this gift wrap. He's controlling the fingers there.
Yeah, couldn't quite get the wrist.
He's looking for that north-south again. You see that almost reached over for the north-south. He's looking to make Alex flatten out to his back. So he grabs that gift wrap there to expose the back. And when he puts his back on the mat, instead he goes to the north-south.
Now there's the north-south, yeah.
See, because the gift wrap, he just wasn't giving him enough.
Alex looking to hit a move we call the B. Smith, but it can be tough to do. Patrick really strong in there on that head and arm grip. He's not scared to squeeze it right there. Nice.
See, he's got to control more.
Alex looking to try to set up something off the transition from turtle guard, maybe a triangle. You know, there's something setting up. He moves so well from that bottom position. You got to be careful.
He's just trying to roll right into it.
Yeah,
Correct?
and Patrick doesn't want any part of that.
Exactly. He sees it coming.
It's an interesting strategy, and you're right, Ian. It plays into this sport. Jiu-Jitsu is really evolved and like changed into, I don't want to say into something else, but into a different iteration.
Oh, it's definitely something else.
Yeah, you think so?
Oh yeah, and it's not in a bad way. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, the flow to it and the scrambles.
I think
and
as
just
long
the
as
creativity.
we understand what it is we're looking at.
Exactly.
That's
unless
into regulation.
Unless you watch jiu-jitsu, unless you understand jiu-jitsu, you have no idea.
I just hit him on. He just stand up, you know.
What is he gonna do? Okay, so that was end of regulation.
That was into 6 minutes.
Got a pen and paper over there. Let's do this. There's a pen there. Let's keep up with the overtimes here. Perfect.
My writing's horrible.
Yeah, I'll do it. Okay. That was very super profesh to come up with that idea right there.
So these guys got to make some action quick.
Right, so
they only get one round here.
And how much time do they have here?
They got as much time as they like.
Yeah, so the ride time could come into play here.
Okay. So they're basically building up ride time just like in wrestling.
Yeah, just like in high-level college wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So once Patrick can get his hips out, now it's out.
All right, so see, that was quick. That was all of
that
10
was
seconds?
9.22 seconds is my...
That's unofficial, though.
That is the unofficial. That is correct. Excellent point. But it's closer to the official than you got at home.
Yeah. So if Alex has something up his sleeve here, he can maybe get a quick submission.
All right.
Quick escape.
Patrick riding that single hook on the back there. Really content to control here for just a little bit. You can see the difference in the strategy. It's just one overtime. It's over because it's 13 seconds. So just one overtime here. That's it.
Well, according to our scorecard, looks like Patrick had a little bit longer ride time.
Alex didn't escape that position. And so once it passed, Alex was only able to hold the position for 9 seconds. And so once it passed the 9-second mark, because there's no second round, that's it. We just go ahead and call it because there's no way he can win it. So Patrick Miller takes the first round.
We have our first advance to the second round. Congratulations, Patrick.
I say you're my favorite fighter.
Thank you. Good job.
Our next match, we got Austin native Vince Barbosa training at Eastside Austin Elite, training under Derek Garza, who I had the pleasure of training with yesterday, and purple belt from Gladiators Academy BJJ Revolution team. We have Ty Orgeron, yes. Got a chance to talk with him before the match tonight, and he's super excited. Really, I think he's got some tricks up his sleeve. But Vince is no stranger to these rule sets. Had a competition. I think did compete in the Onnit Invitational 2, 80cc trials veteran. So these guys heavy on the competition scene. So we'll see how this matchup turns. But again, 6 minutes. They got to make some moves here, so we'll see how it turns out.
Exactly. And any guys that have this high level of experience always have tricks. They have tricks upon tricks upon tricks, and that's the funnest part to see.
I like that song. Sounds cool.
Vince in the red corner, Ty in the blue corner.
Only the red corner has won so far. Red corner's 3-0.
You're right. Yeah, 3 in a row for the red corner.
And here's Ty.
He comes out of Gladiator Academy down in Louisiana. Tim Crater's people.
BJJ Revolution, man. They got a big
Crazy Tim.
Yeah, a lot of guys out here tonight for them.
I don't know if he's as Crazy Ian, but he's pretty crazy.
You can be crazy in a few different ways.
I agree. All right. Vince looking to get in on the legs quickly, and he does.
Wow, nice and deep.
He's in. He's in.
Very nice transitions.
Constantly rolling for something.
Moving, relax. And he's already
Ty's found himself in a bad spot
leg lace here now.
I was going to say Ty seemed so comfortable for a second, but then he just got so deep into everything.
You know, a Texas cloverleaf here, and Vince is sold out on it. He's actually trying to heel hook through the top leg.
Yes.
It can work.
He's got to go far hip, far shoulder, and then, oh man. This leg lock game just
he wants to push that foot to the side and get his weight on top. And
well, you see, Ty is really fighting to keep his left leg on top of his right, which protects against Vince really grabbing the proper leverage. Now it's unprotected, and he's out.
Nice
and he's in on the other side right away. Look at Vince straight into the other side, and now he's going to attack a knee. And Ty is almost out, and now he's back in, and he's attacking the leg of his own.
Beautiful.
That's the beauty about leg locks.
Wow.
If you're going to attack, typically you could have your legs
into
vulnerable too.
Nice
submission.
Wow.
Very, very impressive.
Well, I mean,
chill.
And he just defended 5 or 6 different leg lock submissions in a row.
Yeah.
And then set up into his own. That was beautiful. Like I said from the beginning, I was like, he is calm as fuck.
Ty Ogeron taking out the victory.
Hey, I'll be honest with you. That's in my mind. That's a little bit of an upset. I didn't know much about Ty coming in. I've seen Vince 2 or 3 times.
He was pretty confident going into the match.
Yes, he was.
Very good spirits. So
that
showed.
Was really pretty.
That was impressive, man. Ty was super chill in
the exactly the whole time. And he almost put himself that deep. I mean, he went from being super calm to, he was calm the whole time, but then got so deep into a couple of them. And I was like, okay, you put yourself there.
Well, you leave, if you're not really versed at the highest level, you're going to leave your legs exposed to a leg lock if you're going to attack them. So you have to pick your battles with those leg locks.
Speaking of leg locks, Kyle...
Yeah, tell us about Kyle.
Excellent. He's an excellent leg locker. He's now listen, Kyle is only a purple belt, but he's the kind of dude who you go, look, never teach an athlete like that jiu-jitsu. None of us will ever win again. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, he's that caliber of athlete, former rock climber. He's got that.
He has that build.
Stupid country boy strength, even though he's not a country boy.
If there was any guy relaxed before this tournament, it was Sean Gayton tonight. So another Tim Crater prodigy.
And a black belt versus purple belt matchup here. So even though
you have the tactician versus an
Sean pulling guard
here.
Kyle's a very aggressive player. He's got a pretty sneaky leg lock entries, great Kimura game, good back game, and he's very tough to tap as well. So right to that Kimura game, and he's in on the legs. See, he used the Kimura roll to get in on the legs, lost him, and Sean comes to the top with it. You see here, Kyle's looking to feed that left leg in as a butterfly guard, and he's looking to
he's going to slide all the way through.
To double outside Ashi on the other leg right there.
Wow, that was pretty as well.
So that's an entry that has evolved, relatively recently. As I like what Sean's doing here.
Yeah, that foot
buying himself a little time there.
He's defending really well, riding,
but
making his opponent carry his weight.
He might be in on a heel hook already. He's in. He's going to pop it.
I don't know if Kyle wants. Yeah. There he goes. Verbal tap there.
Verbal tap. Well, that's what happens when you put yourself in those kind of situations.
When does the urgency start? It's like it comes to a point with leg locks. If you're not familiar with where you're at, I always gauge by the knee line. If my knee if I can see my knee line, then I'm typically in a good position. But some guys don't want to tap though. They just have they want to keep their pride.
Yeah. Which is so stupid.
It's dumb, especially dumb in the gym, but people do it in the gym too.
You saw that.
You
saw Son.
Just let them live to fight another.
Yeah.
All the time. I'm just like, what are you doing? Relax.
Tommy McKay, another Onnit Invitational veteran.
Good choice of music again.
That blue rash guard looks good under the lights. It pops
Under his skin tone and beautiful
pops just
eyes.
a little more, you know.
It's like me. I need a belt that matches my eyes. He needs a rash guard to match his. You know.
You're the kind of man that can wax his mustache. You can, which pretty much means you can do whatever you want.
I pretty much do.
Yeah, that's so.
It's pretty weird.
Calais, another.
I love it.
Another Alaska
I just
native.
Get away with what I do.
You just run with it and see what happens. I don't believe I have that.
Calais, a teammate of Elizabeth Clay, who won her match earlier, and Calais just really pressure passer type player. One heavyweight at IBJJF Pans 2017.
Calais Talamuni.
Yes, came a long way to be here, so I know he wants to win tonight. But
He's got some Hawaiian blood in him, so you know he's strong.
Really strong. But Tommy,
he's stripping down.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, again, built like a brick shit house. Those type of Hawaiians are stupid strong. And aggressive.
He kind of got a little tiny Mark Hunt going, you know.
I spent a lot of time with Hawaiians. My coach, my best friends. It's BJ. I love them. They're a rare breed.
I love it already. He came to play.
He came for war.
Yeah.
Tommy out of Gracie Hamacha here in Austin, and Calais out of BJJ Legacy Jiu Jitsu.
Is that out here in Texas as well?
That's in Alaska.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
wow.
Gracie. Tommy's here, Austin native, here out of Gracie Hamacha, and Calais made the trip from Alaska. So, again,
there's a lot of Hawaiians up there. It's weird.
Yeah, they make
really weird.
They got like a huge following out there, I guess.
The Polynesian, whether it's Samoans or Tongans or whatever, they have little bases around the world that there's just these, big groups of them. And goddamn, they're scary.
They're all very, very
not
scary.
One of these guys want to pull guard either.
Scary individuals.
Calais going for a little trip there.
He's underneath.
Exactly.
Okay. Able to break the hands. Nice job, Tommy.
Yeah, not letting him get those hips that far away when he's got that body lock.
If Tommy wants to get some offense going, he better do it before the sweat starts.
Yeah.
I got
nice takedown for Tommy.
Nice lateral drop. Right in the side control. He's got underhooks.
Got the far side underhook here, and he's going around the head. He's looking for the spinning arm lock already, and now he's using it to set up the head. Back to half guard, lockdown. But not a really great lockdown. He's only on the shin there. You see that knee? You were talking about having the knee line clear for leg locks. That also holds true in this lockdown position as well, other than the lockdown.
Or lockdown, yeah.
Especially having those shorter legs, that should be really, really, really tight.
So he's in on his neck, and he's looking for a guillotine. He's cranking it. He's cranking it. It's going to be I've got to think that's going to be tough to finish right there, but I can't see the grip on the other side.
Let's see here.
Calais
doesn't look like
he doesn't have his hand connected.
He seems like he's pretty calm there.
Yeah, because the hand's in front of the chin. There's no space to choke there.
If he can clear that foot, though, he can create some real trouble right here. He's keeping his hand in position in case the position changes.
He's riding a little high.
Yeah, his hips are kind of high, so if Calais can
that'll help him, though, if he bridges over to the guard and he's able to lock it. Well, he ends up getting the pass out of it and right back into half again. Now into the guard. And we'll see what Tommy's passing looks like.
Calais staying a little flat.
Yeah.
A little flat on his back.
I see a lot of big guys try to work a half guard game. That's pretty common. Seems that I see it a lot of tournaments too. Yeah. They're pretty comfortable working their half guard.
Yeah,
and
you see him playing this closed Z here. Uses that knee serves as a shield to keep him off. And you see how a good Z player, like he's doing a pretty nice job with there. A good Z player won't bring it all the way across. They'll just play with the tip of the femur there, really, and use it to block this near side hip.
Yeah, the knee's more in the middle of the body instead of far side.
It's more on this near side hip right here instead of shoving the shin all the way across.
Wow, beautiful pass right near Kimura.
Yeah, let's see if he can make it happen here.
Now, Tommy, he should try to get to his knees here if he wants to really, really set that Kimura in.
Yeah, and just be able to torque it and
now he might be going for a rear naked choke here.
He's not under there. And again, Calais Very calm under pressure here.
I didn't even see a neck to choke, to be honest with you.
Let's
though.
be real about
Yeah.
it. Now we may be setting up a choke here.
Where's he going? He's going back underneath.
He could also high leg or.
What's he fishing for?
He's looking for a head and arm choke here.
Okay.
It's an interesting setup.
It is.
Yeah,
He
Calais
maybe
seems really comfortable here. Just
He's-
waiting for
he's
Tommy
gotta
to make
sit
his move.
His
He
right
could
hip
be
over
looking to
the
set
top,
up an
right?
anaconda choke. Maybe throw his right hip down.
Yeah, exactly.
Lay his
That
right.
way.
Yes. And now it could be an arm.
Oh,
and gets
nice.
him.
Oh, no,
It's
that was
very,
a beautiful
very
setup.
sick.
Very interesting.
He's gotta
Very
adjust the
interesting.
grip a
He's
little
still
bit.
there. He's still there. So he's keeping just a little bit of the blood cut off this entire time.
Exactly.
So that when the real choke sets in, it
Oh,
can
but he
come
lets
quickly.
go.
He made it out, but Calais trying to clear the cobwebs a
Yeah,
little bit
choking
there.
off there a bit.
Now he's going to give up his back here. See if Tommy can get the other hook in.
Tommy needs. Oh,
right
look
there.
to an arm triangle here.
I can't see the camera.
He's going choke to choke to choke to choke. It's a great way to keep the pressure on the guy. If you have especially with the arm in chokes, you can transition choke, 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 choke. It's that makes that blood pressure just
eventually-
surge and pulse in your head, and when the final choke finally sets on, it comes on quick.
You can only defend for so long, right? I mean,
yeah.
If you keep attacking, eventually you should tire the guy out. You know, if your cardio
It works
is good,
the other way too.
It
Though.
does work the other way.
It works the other way too, especially if the guy on top is, or if the guy on offense is really dead set on aggression as his primary mode of attack.
But Tommy not too invested on either submission, so
Yeah.
not smart enough to not burn his arms out or
He's
his legs
definitely controlling
Yeah.
where the fight is happening.
Yeah.
That's for sure. From the feet, he made it happen, and now on the ground, we know Calais don't want to be there.
And his pace is full of submission attempts. So he's pushing the pace constantly at his own pace, but it's also going from bad position for the opponent to bad position to bad position to bad position.
Tommy gave a quick nod at a Darce right there. So let's turn to that twister pass again.
Seems like he really wants that arm, that far side arm.
Yeah, he wants to control it in some way. If he can control it with an underhook, he's going to pass. If he can control it with an overhook, he's going to look to either front headlock and flip through. Now he goes to the leg. Boom.
I can't see.
Calais like, nah, son.
Right on top of the action, guys.
Let me just get back on top
Like a
of you
bulldog.
right here.
Yeah, if you're here, if you're
Like
if you're
a
live
bowl
here,
of what was coming next.
Like a bulldog.
they're pretty close to the edges here, but it looks like they're going to let him go.
Move your chairs.
Yeah, you're right on top of the action. And that concludes the end of regulation. A lot of attacks for Tommy, so let's see how that first round overtime goes here.
Man, he was able to attack the entire match.
He did. He attacked the whole
That was
time.
beautiful. Never let your opponent get up, build any sort of momentum.
Electing to go for the spiderweb position, but I just
I think
saw
that's the
Calais.
right choice.
I just saw Calais. He didn't seem like his cardio seems to be pretty good. His conditioning coming in here, so
I think it's just so much easier to build a really strong attack set and ride
Yes.
time from this position.
Well, coming from a school like Jiva Santana,
This grip is breaking, guys. This grip is breaking. He's going to get a look at it. We'll see what happens after the
he's
arm
gotta
breaks.
get a
That's when the
little more
escape.
pressure in.
The escape can only happen.
In
He
that
knows
split
he's
second.
got it. He's on the. Oh,
He's got a. I would kick
oh,
off
that
on
might have been a
he let
mistake.
go for
Let's see.
just a
Let's see.
second.
Kick off on the bicep.
Letting go of the legs is almost always a mistake in
And-
these overtimes, and you can see now he's out.
Wow.
Letting go with the legs is almost always a mistake in these overtimes.
Exactly, but I would always choose that position because coming from a school like with a coach like Jiva Santana
the
for
arm
over a decade,
collector.
I mean the variations and the different type of hand brakes and everything from there. It's incredible with a man like Jiva Santana. I mean there are so many things that he taught me that I've forgotten.
Our unofficial time is just under 35 seconds.
He's done.
Beautiful.
That's
Wow.
it.
Wow. A fight where he was on the defense the whole time.
Winner via fastest submission or fastest escape time. Tommy McKay.
Tommy
Tommy
McKay.
escaped in less than 5
Oh wait,
seconds.
so
and
he got on
advances.
faster. Wait, how did I
That's
miss
correct.
that?
Well, he elected for the spider web and held, and because
And
really
held it-
Calais did
okay.
not, he
Yeah.
didn't attempt to escape.
Exactly.
So
Okay.
that ride time just built up and built up. So
Yeah, you can look at it as escape time, or you can look at
Yeah,
it as
or
ride
ride
time,
time,
whatever.
Well, that's what it
It's-
was.
it's
It was
more of a
escape
mind.
versus ride.
Yeah.
But
Calais-
they equal points for either one.
Yeah, and that's
right.
why I
That's
think
right, they're
the
equal.
the
However you approach
inexperience,
it.
could come in is you're not familiar with. Well, I've been in this spiderweb position for 40 seconds. I got to figure out how to submit this guy in less than 40 seconds in my round. So even though I didn't get submitted.
All right, Ethan Krellenson. All right, so I got to be honest with you. I'm so jacked.
Can't wait for this match.
135-pound bracket.
There's a lot of good young guys here.
There are
that
some
just
real
studs.
dudes in this bracket.
Man,
This kid, honestly, is probably chief among them right now.
Okay.
The current 80cc trials West Coast champion. He just rolled through a 68-man bracket.
Wow. See, this is where I would be competing right now.
Literally ripped the dude's arm off in competition.
Ooh.
Yes. There's a video of him in during the trials. Yeah, the guy just didn't want to tap, but just a nasty Kimura. But Ethan, a brown belt under Faraz Sahabi.
Oh, wow.
Trains at TriStar Gym.
Very high level up there.
Yeah. So and actually missed his connecting flight yesterday and was able to make it here just in time for the tournament tonight. So a true gamer for sure.
Were there weigh-ins for this or no?
Same day weigh-ins,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, having flight problems is always trouble.
All right, now here's the thing. Sheridan is a game as well. He competed as at the Combat EBI.
He led off Combat Jiu Jitsu, and his match was amazing.
Yeah, had a great match.
So
ended up losing in overtime, but he's also the runner-up at the last Onnit 145 bracket.
Yes.
Krellenson looking to invert, and he's attacking the legs quickly. Sheridan's pretty savvy right here. He had Sean Applegate in round 1 at the tournament here last time, and Applegate is as good of a leg locker as you'll ever see, and he was able to beat Sean in overtime as well. Stay out of most of the entanglements, and then when he did get there, he was able to
fight his way out.
Krellenson looking for that triangle.
Yeah, Sheridan really trying to keep his distance and then pick his moments, but really, really tough pressure from. He got a wrestling background, but Ethan just super slick with those entries.
You can tell with the hip pressure that he has that he definitely comes from a wrestling background.
Yeah.
He wrestled 2 years at Virginia Tech, and then talking about Sheridan, wrestled 2 years at Virginia Tech, and then he wrestled 2 years, and I can't recall
Division
the
II
name of the
All-American.
college, but it was Division II. He was an All-American.
And whether it's any division in college, I mean, you are a stud. You are a stud.
Yeah, well, he was All-American at that level too.
Yeah.
Now here's something crazy. He's on the Sambo World Team. He's never taken a Sambo class. He just uses his wrestling and his jiu-jitsu to go out there and win Sambo tournaments. So he does Sambo, but he doesn't do Sambo.
If wrestling,
Ethan in on the inverted heel hook.
If wrestling was easy, it'd be called Sambo.
Nice. Sheridan with a really great escape. Ethan came in on something strong right there on the honey hole or 411 inside Senkaku, all the same position. Saddle. Call it whatever you want.
He's going knee through.
Got a little shallow under.
Where's he going to go straight into something?
Sheridan looking to set him up for a leg lock there. Ethan not
he's really trying to get
now.
under Ethan here.
He just can't quite get to mount. Can't quite get the pass. Well, there we go.
He's there now.
Okay, he's gonna
look to take the back for sure. He has a
nice
wicked
back take for
wicked back game.
That
Wicked
was
back
slick.
game. And he does a great reverse triangle from this position also. You can see he's already looking to put something together.
Yeah, every time he starts to ride high, I'm sure it's coming.
So a lot of these Danaher guys, people have taken to calling it the straight jacket system. So check out the way that Krellenson, he's going to the body triangle right here. Check out the way he attacks the hands and pulls them across with like cross grips and uses that to set and open up possibilities for those reverse triangles and arm locks. Sheridan gets the underhook and turns.
There we go. So now he's going to set up the triangle.
He's got that triangle now.
Set it up.
And this is actually, these guys met in the first round at the ADCC West Coast Trials just recently, and this is the way it went down.
Just like this?
This is the way it went down. It finished in a triangle.
Well, the setup and everything, the execution was perfect.
Yeah. He flowed him right into it. Sheridan's defense is on point here.
Yeah, exactly. He can't quite finish off that small amount of space to cut off the oxygen and blood, which is it's exactly what he's doing right now.
Look how he jams that foot all the way inside the hip there.
Yeah, he can't.
Very strange
move
angle for the triangle here. But he's going to look to set up this Kimura on the other side here, too, it looks like.
That is pretty.
He's cutting a good angle, Ryan Hall style here. He might finish that one. He's going to arm, goes behind the elbow.
Oh,
nice.
Man. Do we got a straight arm lock? No. Wow.
Nice arm lock.
Very,
Beautiful
very impressive arm lock.
He stuck it in like a
pretty.
shotgun into the armpit there. And
A master technician. That was very impressive.
Wow.
Very impressive
That
win
was
for
beautiful.
Ethan Krillestein.
Dude, Ethan is so good. And because I know how good Sheridan is,
Yeah.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Both
Sheridan
those guys are just
is as tough as
incredible.
anybody.
Incredible.
So our next match, we have
Excellent work, Ethan.
Good job.
Cristobal Chavez and John Torres. Another exciting matchup.
Tell me about
B-Mac,
John Torres.
You've trained. Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So John's actually he trains in Houston with Travis Took, and basically I got some notes here actually.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah, but
I can tell you a little bit about Chris. I know he's from El Paso. He's from 10th Plant there in El Paso. He's 5 pro MMA fights so far, 4-1. Started off 4-0, lost his last one by
Flyweight, right?
What's that?
Flyweight?
Yeah, he fights tiny. He
Hey,
fights
hey,
25.
hey.
I think he's even underneath you.
Yeah.
I think he's one underneath you.
No, I'm a flyweight. We're the same size.
So he's 25. Yes, so tiny. I'm sorry. I mean that with the most respect possible. Please don't hurt me.
We're tiny people. I don't even know how we're the same breed. Like I have a couple friends that are like 6'8", and I'm like, how the fuck are we even the same breed of creature?
It was like Rogan talks about taking Shaq and standing him next to Shakira.
Yeah.
Like one of these.
Like, what the hell? How does this work?
All right, so tell me about Torres.
yeah,
now.
Torres, actually not Travis Took, but a Paragon brown belt.
Paragon.
Yeah, under Robert Dembeck here in Austin, Texas. One of his teammates, Jose Portillo, won the first Onnit Invitational. And natural 135er, not cutting a lot of weight here.
You know,
coming in
I
strong.
didn't see anybody have any
No.
weight cut trouble at all.
No, you didn't.
We were here yesterday, and a couple of the guys went out to eat with us, ate whatever they wanted. Everybody made weight because same day weigh-ins really change the way you approach that weight cut.
Oh, of course. It is completely different, almost non-existent if you're smart. You just have to diet down.
So again, we see that closed Z guard there from Torres. Same thing that Calais was playing.
Trying
a
to
little
fish in the
earlier.
underhook.
Cristobal staying low, looking to drive in, and we're in on a leg lock already on the other side. This is I can't quite see the leg position there, but it looks like okay. Cristobal's over the top of the hip already. If he can get his hip clear of the foot, he might be okay here. He's playing the grips here, looking to protect his foot with his own foot now. And Chris really needs to think about getting his hip up and over the top of John's right foot there. Start escaping this position, clearing the foot off the hip.
John, a very, very seasoned competitor in IBJJF rule set, but didn't seem like he was at all worried about the sub-only matchup tonight. Just really, really confident, just going to work his game. And looks like those leg locks, they train leg locks at Paragon Academy, clearly.
No doubt.
I think especially the young competitors, that's all they want to do is they see a submission only, like, fuck yeah, I want this. I want to get this done.
Well, that's where the money is starting to show up for the for the first time.
yeah.
We have a little money coming into some jiu-jitsu tournaments now. We're in on a heel hook here. He had to let go of the grip. Scary there just for a second. But yeah, the money's coming into Brazilian jiu-jitsu submission grappling for the first time ever, and it's not coming into the points tournaments.
No.
So it's starting to flow into these submission-only tournaments, and these are popping up all over the country now, man.
Yeah, and they're all. Most of them are under EBI rules, which is amazing because
Yeah.
it's the best rule set out there so far.
I think I have to agree with
Yeah,
that.
you think so? I think
Oh, by
Eddie
far.
really nailed
Yeah.
it with the rule set here. Gives it really entices the action, encourages the submission.
Yeah, and
He's got a
thinks
good
outside the
bend on that
box.
straight ankle lock right there, but Chris
Quite low
very
enough on
chill,
the
and he's
leg.
clear. Let's see, can he stay out of the next entanglement? That's what you have to watch for. A lot of guys, they're right into the next entanglement if they're a good leg locker, and that's their game. So Chris kind of playing a straight ankle lock grip on his own here. I'd like to see him disengage and start passing with a little bit of pressure if he can.
Yeah, Cristobal not necessarily attacking as well as I anticipated, but seems to be just picking his spots very, very carefully.
Maybe. And he may be content with what he's got here too. He wants to play a clinching game. He's going to end up pulling him over into the mount if he's not careful. He does have his left butterfly hook in though. Now the underhook on the same side. Nice frame out by John. probably going to end up resetting right here unless Chris can make an explosive movement.
Nice, quick pass.
John gets the pass here. Cristobal quickly
no pass.
getting back
Quickly
into
recovers.
Maybe we'll catch one of those wrist locks that we worked on earlier today. Cristobal showing us.
Man, that
one of
was
those-
smooth.
Yeah. They move
I would
these
love
guys.
for one of these to end by wrist lock.
Yeah.
Nothing would make me happier.
I haven't seen that in a while.
A little Berimbolo style inversion there. Chris ends up on top again. Now the closed guard. All right. This is something you don't get to see that much of, honestly, in submission grappling anymore. The game is so open and leg lock centric now, and that the closed guard is kind of becoming a specialty that just some guys master.
Which is so weird.
Yeah,
because it's
an MMA essential.
It's an aggressive
Yeah,
position too.
Exactly, and it's the whole from the beginning. Like why would you?
Well, I thought this was jiu-jitsu. When I started, I thought the jiu-jitsu happened in the closed guard. That's what I thought it was.
That's how we were taught in the beginning. You know.
What we don't see though is a lot of the body locks from a closed guard position, like John was working on
there. Well, the reason you don't see it very often, it's a specific strategy to put some weight into your opponent, put some pressure into him, but it's not a great way to keep your hips mobile, so it really limits your offense when you're there. But it does give you an opportunity to ride your opponent for a little bit, put some weight on him, particularly across his diaphragm.
Which is always the best because that's where you breathe.
That's where you like to breathe from. Keto looking for a
There you
roll.
go.
Oh, he's stuck in a bad toe hold.
wow.
Oh, nice.
John Torres getting the toe hold there. In my opinion, I've said toe holds, you got to be so careful with those. And I know heel hooks are very scary too, but toe holds just seem so much, I don't know. Something about toe holds I wins when I see them.
They terrify me. But
Yeah,
listen,
they do.
man, some guys will straight eat a toe hold. They don't care about a toe hold. They don't care nothing
care about any
straight
submission.
ankle lock, whatever.
They're too tough for it. You're like, come on, guys.
Some heel hooks you can't eat.
Yeah, no.
but there are guys who will, like the Meow brothers. They don't care nothing about that toe hold. They'll let their foot break completely off the end of their leg.
See, I say that, but I'm the type of idiot. I'd be like, nope, sorry, it doesn't hurt. And just pop. Sorry, I can't feel anything.
No, I'm the kind that screams if you get too close to my feet. I'll just start yelling, help me.
I'm tough to a point where it's far past the borderline of stupidity. So I'm like,
I think
as long as you know that about yourself, it's not that bad, right?
I use it to my benefit.
Guys, this match here, I just saw John walk onto the mats, and the intensity that he has right now, the look on his face, I'm scared.
This is gonna be aggressive.
Another Renzo Gracie guy. He trains. He teaches at Pure Heart Training Center in Brooklyn, but a Renzo Gracie brown belt. He's won finisher sub only with the 145. He's won the Jiu Jitsu Kumite, the 155-pound champion. So he does multiple weight classes. Just an amazing leg lock entry. I had a chance to go to one of his seminars in Houston at Darkside at my school, and he just the entries into the leg locks were just very impressive.
Manuel Aguilar?
Manuel Aguilar, yeah. He's a purple belt from GF Team. Fought at Fight to Win Pro 27. Got a victory there. Submission of the night.
And John is right into it, attacking.
Calistan is a bulldog. In my opinion,
very
maybe the second scariest leg locker on the planet.
Yeah, he trains with Eddie Cummins on the regular.
Yeah, so those guys are at a different level than most.
Look, he's already in. He slips that.
Wow.
He just forces his way in. It's interesting.
Look at the horsepower on this inverted heel hook.
Exactly. Look at the torque. Jeez.
I'm gonna tell you something. If Aguilar doesn't tap here, he's gonna regret it.
See, and that's my kind of jiu-jitsu. You gotta, I like bulldog and forcing your way into things. That
very
was
fast.
beautiful.
I think that might have been the second fastest submission of the night so far.
Behind Jacob Harris.
Yeah.
And nobody's getting one faster than Jacob Harris.
Congratulations, John.
That was like 4.5 second submission. When he went through like an entire world of jiu-jitsu before he got there, which was so crazy.
So we're coming up to our last
Calistan
match
is,
of the 35-pound bracket in the first round. We got Ricky Lulay and Marcelo Cohen.
Dude, this is the best matchup of the first round, period.
Okay. We saw some great matches so far.
Oh, yes.
This match is even better, you think?
This one's great on paper, too, though.
It's great on paper,
Marcelo
exactly.
Cohen, EBI veteran, black belt, IBJJF beast. Marcelo, we're talking about kind of the extinction of the closed guard. I don't want to say it's extinct. It's not as common as it used to be.
Yeah.
Marcelo Cohen, one of the best closed guards you're ever going to see at this weight class. Great Kimura game, great straight arm locks, great triangles.
Interesting
Ricky,
to see how Ricky's wrestling comes into play here.
Ricky, a collegiate wrestler, a brown belt at 10th Planet Oceanside with Giovanni Martinez.
That's right by my house.
Semi-finalist at the second to last EBI, the EBI 10. So
Yeah, he was a semifinalist and he lost to his coach.
No shame in that.
In the semifinals, so
and he also
feel pretty good about that.
Silver medalist at ADCC trials. Actually, two of the guys that medaled in the ADCC 60 kilogram division are in this division here.
The top two. He lost to Krellinston in the finals at ADCC just a couple of weeks ago.
Lane Cohen, here we go.
Ricky, I think, want
Both
to work a snap
aggressive.
down here and maybe a duck under, but we'll see what happens.
I rolled with Ricky for like 45 minutes straight the other night, just helping while he was cutting weight, just moving around with him. I'm really impressed with him, man. After having seen him compete already, of course, but for his size, he's deceptively strong.
Oh, and you can tell the way he wrestles and blends with his jiu-jitsu is
he's
very nice.
Pulled guard right there. You got a collegiate wrestler pulling guard.
Yeah,
That's
snapping your head, then pulling guard. That's a little different.
Marcelo going to stand up and quickly sits down here to guard and now pulling half.
All right, so he's in that same closed Z position you see, and you see how he plays with that shallow knee again.
Yeah.
He's looking to tie up there. He's going to want to get to the other side, likes that Kimura, or if Ricky pressures the right way, he might try to get back into a closed guard. Ricky bullies him off the mat. I like it.
Yes, me too. Me too. I mean, you got to force these things.
Marcelo serious about that closed guard.
Yeah, and I like how he's got such a good wrestling stance the whole time. So I mean, and it goes right. I mean, he uses it. That's one of the honestly the best versions I've seen straight into pulling guard. That good of a wrestling stance. Into pulling
Ricky
guard,
looking to
right for
invert
submissions.
underneath, and he's in on a leg. He's got the knee line. Marcelo starting to clear. Ricky in on the heel.
There we go. Oh wow!
Oh, that's a huge win for Ricky. guys.
Beautiful. Wow.
4 matches, 4 submissions. I don't think that is anybody's surprise.
No.
Guys, we're about to break. If you want to be on this in this match in these tournaments here, if you think you have what it takes, all you have to do is actually win an advanced division at the Onnit World Open, and you can do that. The next Onnit World Open is going to be June 3rd. That's a Saturday. If you think you got what it takes, the winner of every advanced division gets an automatic entry into the Onnit Invitational. So the next Onnit Invitational, the 5th one, might be coming sooner rather than later. But guys, stay tuned. Onnit.com/live. I'm Joey Fody. I'm here with Brandon McCatherine and Ian McCall. Thanks for keeping us locked in, guys. So just stick with us.
We'll be back.
The cold is my master. The cold is my guru, my teacher. It is merciless, yet it is righteous. When we think of the cold, painful, it actually brings you in the deepest of your own physiology. The real serious thing is we can really tackle real problems. Inflammation, anything caused by inflammation. We show within a quarter of an hour, whoop, inflammation going down. You get out of the cold water then, and your body is fully alarmed, alerted, and in full bloom. You feel great. Endorphins, melatonins, even dimethyltryptamine. It's all working. Thus, the cold is not something negative. Go past your own fear. Breathe. Use the cold. Just do it. Just feel it. We are more than we think. We are on it.
I've taken losses. I've had my ass kicked by opponents and by life, more times than I can count. I've been broke and trapped in a life of gangs and drugs. I've been broken, my jaw twice, my hands 9 times, and had to rebuild my face with plates and screws. I've lost 7 fights. I've had title chances slip away. There have been crushing defeats. But here's the thing about getting crushed. You and I, we are made of resilient stuff. The more we get crushed, the more compression we feel, the more ferociously we bounce back. All of the energy that the world uses to break us becomes fuel to propel us forward, to reach new heights, to find new greatness, to overcome new obstacles. Not just for one single win or one single championship, but to win at life. Because we're all fighters. We wouldn't have made it this far if we weren't. So do your worst, world. We'll be here. We'll take your best shot, and we'll come back at you with everything we have.
I grew up the hard way. Maybe not harder than some, but harder than most. I realized early on, we all have a basic choice. To be a fighter, or to be a victim. It's all about your attitude. For the victim, everything that comes to them is either a blessing or a curse. The fighter sees only opponents, and a fighter needs worthy opponents. I never heard of a great champion or a leader that's had it easy, had everything handed to them. Greatness gives no free passes. It is earned with blood, sweat, and courage in the face of unwinnable odds. Because we all break at some point. When we pick ourselves up and put ourselves back together, that's how we get stronger. So you don't have it easy? Good. You're not a victim. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Welcome back, everybody. We're here live at 10th Planet, Austin, Texas, inside the Onnit Academy. We're here live for the Onnit Invitational 4. I'm here. I'm with Brandon McCatherine. I'm with Ian McCall. And I'm Joey Foti. Guys, we've seen submission after submission after submission. We've only seen 2 overtime rounds tonight.
Exactly.
How crazy is that? I mean, I wasn't surprised, but the action is unreal. We've seen super high-level transitions. We've seen very, very, very specific strategies going into these matches. I think the level of transitions and just how the Ethan Krillestein match and Sheridan Moran, I think that was my favorite match so far of the night.
That was really impressive.
Yes, that was really high-level stuff.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful. And then the guys, the first match of the night, Jacob Harris and Grayson Henley. I mean, Jacob he's less than 10 seconds that match was finished.
All right, guys.
We're going to go here with Travis Moore here out of John's Gym, being one of our referees.
All right, up first, out of the red corner, we have Chris Westfall.
Chris Westfall out of Fort Worth, Texas, a black belt under Travis Luter. He's no stranger to sub-only grappling, a IBJJF World's Champion, a brown belt, very, very, very technical. Just so loose tonight, no pressure at all.
He's very comfortable in the rules meeting, very comfortable all day leading into the fights. If he's a Travis Luter black belt, we're going to see probably a high-pressure passing game from him, as well as a very competent guard, if I had to guess.
But he's got his hands full with Thiago Macedo. This guy is a gangster.
Thiago Macedo.
Ranked number 60 in IBJJF in the black belt division. Very, very high-level jiu-jitsu here. So we'll see what Chris can bring to the table.
What weight are these guys?
These guys, this is a super fight, so I think I'm not sure what they exactly weighed in at. I think they probably weighed in within a few pounds of each other.
A couple of these weight classes were negotiated, so they weren't official weight classes. So we'll see. I will tell you that nobody missed weight in the agreed upon weight in any of the matchups tonight.
Yeah, Thiago, a 2-time Brazilian Nationals champion, 3rd place Worlds, Pan Ams. I saw him compete at Fight to Win Pro.
Gonna go straight in
late last year.
Kind of dove into that one.
Yeah, Chris really going for that guillotine.
Nothing going on yet.
Thiago just amazing passing.
Oh, I like that. He's splayed out on him.
Straight, body control. Kind of negates the scramble.
Looking to climb the body, and now it's 2 underhooks. Chris very chill here, fighting the grips on the front. But those hands get connected around the waist. There's a reason that's illegal in wrestling.
Yeah, exactly.
That is too dominant of a position in a lot of cases.
Finish the pass.
Westfall looking super chill. Macedo looking very aggressive. Both chose to wear their hypnotic rash guards, too.
And gameness shorts, by the way.
Oh, both sides. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They got the memo.
I think
they had a match.
I think both guys seem very comfortable playing stand up, and both guys very comfortable in the guard position. So we'll see what we. Well, so Chris going.
He tries to pull. Oh,
yeah.
He's looking to get this inverted arm lock straight out the gate here on this pull. This is also a position you can play. We call this a 100% in the 10th Planet system. You can expose the back, you can expose an arm lock, or you can end up back in the closed guard sometimes. He's going to keep working that razor arm lock. Macedo's a tough dude. Front headlock and right back down.
I like how every time he's up on his feet, he's snapping the head and going to some sort of front headlock position.
And he will not concede a clinch fight right there. He will not fight you in the clinch, it looks like. So every time, Westfall's looking to clinch him up, tie him up in the closed guard, and try to get something going at the head there every time.
There we go.
You can tell he's confident there. I mean, that's what he's looking for. Macedo just will not engage it. He's looking to pass on the outside like he did the first time.
Very long legs for Chris, so that could come into play.
Definitely.
Keeping that guard retention.
Especially when he's trying to dive in like that on those passes, it's easy to keep him away.
Now we see what the stand-up looks like from these guys. very, very, at the high level, at this high level, you almost wish there was a longer match for these guys to work their game. But
come back to the 100%.
Oh, nice.
What's the time limit on this super fight here?
I want to say 10 minutes.
Okay.
It's 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes, 3 overtime rounds.
Yeah, for this match, you would want at least 3 overtime rounds. The black belt division, again, you can't have any short match is just almost a disadvantage, to both competitors. You get to that level and you want to be able to work a game and have a strategy and, see what the other guy is going to give you. I've heard Chris Howder talking about the Masters divisions at black belt just being so short and just him just having just not being able to work his game. And, at that level, you want to be so, you have a game plan going forward, give them a chance to work their strategy.
It brings up an interesting discussion about the application in a self-defense situation.
Sure.
But it's an interesting discussion, probably a little outside the scope of what we're doing here. But
definitely not too self-defense mode right now, yeah.
Yeah, this is more or less roll around until I catch some crazy ass solution.
Yeah, and if it takes me 10 minutes, then
Exactly.
so be it. There's no such thing as a 10-minute long self-defense situation. Like not in a Walmart parking lot at least.
This is sport.
Right.
Beautiful sport.
It's beautiful.
Both guys just really no hesitation to go stand up and try to get some sort of trip or takedown. Thiago shoots in for a double.
Constantly uses that 100 to
Yes.
sweep now, and now he's going to get a look. Thiago recovers well again.
Into a guillotine.
Potential arm in guillotine. As long as he keeps that left butterfly hook strong, he
Nice
can sweep
sweep
him
from
just
Chris.
like this. Chris ends up on top, keeping the ride going on the head there.
Strong
I see him
underhook for
distribute
Thiago.
that weight a little bit, but he's looking to spin. Oh, here we go. Game, very defensively aware, strong.
Chris using those long legs to elevate Thiago and long arms too. It's not, he can control the distance here. Thiago very finesse. We saw that first pass initially in the matchup, and so any slight opening that Chris gives Thiago, he'll take it, and Thiago will definitely get that advance to that top position. Using his hands to push Thiago away. How annoying is that, guys? Do you during those jiu-jitsu tournaments, you get the guys that like to keep the hand in the face as sort of like a distraction almost.
It's very annoying.
Yeah. Don't like
My
that at all.
9-year-old daughter does it when I try to tuck her in. She's like, no.
Get away from me.
Shout out to Logan and Keller, and of course my lovely wife Lindsay.
But I think it also brings up a distraction almost. You get just kind of annoyed with it, and you're like, well, it takes you out of your game and your mindset almost for the brief second, because that's all it takes to get the submission. At the highest level, you just need one little slip up here, and I think that's what we'll see here tonight with these two specifically. One person just going to capitalize on the mistake, and I think we've seen so close Chris just trying to go for Kimuras and just really, really just narrowly missing.
Chris keeping his knees close to him, trying to get a little bicep ride there. His left butterfly hook is not okay. Now our position's opened up again. So, but see how he's stuffing that left butterfly hook? He's bringing it across the chest in front of the arm, almost the way you would do a lasso.
Very
He's
strong,
bringing the gi.
strong open guard.
Yeah.
It seems like he's just, getting set up for
here we go.
For Chris to set up, a triangle or armbar or something deep with
He's
those legs.
definitely
Shoot
hoping
him
to
in.
catch a triangle off of a transition here. And it looks like he was counting on catching a head and arm of some sort too, at least to control an advanced position, but he has not been able to have a lot of success with that so far.
Chris using butterfly guard.
Playing it on his back, looking to dig under with his right arm, maybe elevate here on the left side. Could use possibly that same entry that Kyle used to get underneath the leg, that Kyle Bain used in the 205-pound division to get that double outside ashi on the far leg. Thiago doing a good job. So he keeps that Chris's right leg sort of stapled with the pressure. He pushes the pressure through his body and into his left shin through Chris's leg there. Able to keep him pinned down a little bit. Hard to elevate like that, and he's able to back away when he does.
Really,
Now he's
really
in on
good
a
at
tight little
posture,
pass.
keeping
Yeah.
Thiago's posture
Now he's in
down.
on a tight pass.
Yeah, now the pressure's there.
Nice recovery. See, Chris weaved his right leg, just barely caught the inside. And we're going to reset in the middle here, it looks like.
Going to set up from that knee slice, or that knee guard Z position. Oh, unless they stand up.
Going to reset them here. Here we go. Looking like overtime.
And that was a good tactical match.
Yeah.
Offense to defense.
Both guys just really aware of what the other person brings to the matchup, and
Exactly.
they again just being very mindful of what they can do, and not letting their guard down.
Let's see.
So that's what that's what I like about these overtime rounds. You get a high level guy like Thiago Macedo on your back. How quickly can he submit you, or is he just going to ride it out? I think he's going to try to submit Chris here. Because at some point, you got to go for the submission, or you got to elect to go for the ride.
Thiago rips him back
adjustment.
over.
Nice
Single
adjustment
hook
for
here.
Thiago.
Riding that right butterfly hook.
Just
Thiago
almost
aggressive.
lost that back. Almost lost the back,
Aggressive,
and just
though.
really recovered well.
So we're up to 25 seconds of ride time now. Thiago not in a hurry.
He's got a good dominant position. A few submissions available if they open up.
If Chris can just get one of his hips free, but Thiago just seems to have a really,
Thiago
really
getting
strong
a nice
hold.
ride out of this, man. All right, Chris is to what we might call the strong side for himself as the defensive player now, but he's not able to keep his head down on the mat, and we're end up back on the other side. Thiago now starting to angle off. He may be starting to think about an arm lock here. No. Maybe on the other side, but that could have been a technical error there by Macedo.
He went right. He went pretty smooth in the mount. So
he's smooth in the mount.
Yeah, but he lost the
that's
position.
a loss of position
Yeah.
under this overtime rule set. So we had 66 seconds of
I'm
ride
wondering
time,
if-
minute and 6 seconds there.
I'm wondering if Thiago was aware of that, because he had a pretty comfortable ride position there.
He was in the rules meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, rules are rules.
That's the way it works. Whether you like them or whether you don't, you got to go by them. Well, come on, gentlemen. Very excited. They're very excited.
Do you have a specific setup? I remember Eddie last time was talking about how he likes to have the seat belt in specifically, not have the guys right there, right on top of him. But Thiago really
Thiago is not
almost
out yet,
out.
though. Chris still controlling him. Great recovery here by Chris. He's still there. Oh, man. Nice play by Chris. He's looking to set up this reverse triangle off the back, maybe. He's still there. The arm is still there. The arm is still in play. The triangle's still in play. Thiago's head starting to slide out. And he's out.
Yeah. Wow.
About 28 seconds right there, 27.85. So now we're in round. Oh, no, I'm sorry. One overtime on the super fights.
Yeah.
So Thiago wins 66 seconds to 28 seconds.
You almost can't bail out on your strategy. You have to have a strategy and stick to it. Because if you're gonna, I don't know if Thiago was aware of the ride time that he had, but he knew. He went right into mount. He had a pretty strong ride time there, though. But yeah, so that was a really, really good match. Our next match for the super fights is going to be Dave Rickles and Mike Torres.
All right, guys, we have another super fight coming up. Representing the red corner.
Guys, have you ever heard of a blue belt self-identifying as a purple belt?
I don't know what that means.
That's what Dave identifies as. Dave identifies as a blue belt self-identifying as a purple belt.
Well, these are interesting times.
And describes his jiu-jitsu as anti-jiu-jitsu.
Well, I'm a unicorn, so.
So we'll see how this anti-jiu-jitsu comes into play.
I appreciate what he's going for here.
He's pretty awesome.
A showman.
Is this the guy who identifies as a purple belt?
The self-identifying purple belt. Now, we have the other Torres, Mike Torres, who trains under Travis Took in Houston, Texas.
Are they brothers?
No, they're not, surprisingly. But Mike,
They're just best friends.
Yeah, but Mike is a purple belt under Travis. He won the Texas Submission Hunter 4 in a super fight. I've trained with some of his training partners, and Jose Lanes is on this card as well, one of his training partners. Very, very high-level guys that train under Travis Took. And so we'll see how John does tonight, or I'm sorry, Mike Torres does tonight here. Purple belt against self-identifying purple belt.
Yes. Dave Rickles.
Dave spats.
Yeah, what kind of spats are those?
Really jumping out at me here.
Those are camouflage.
Kind of camo.
Or no,
I believe we've
leopard
got
spats.
No,
leopard
those are
on there.
leopards on there. Wow.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want kitty cat pants?
That's a great question. One that needs to be addressed.
And there's like drop crotch too.
He's not even playing no
He's
games.
not even like tight. It's just pants he borrowed off of a chubby lady.
Mike spinning for a
You almost made me snort on the broadcast. That would have been unfortunate for everyone.
Playing an outside game, but kind of darting in with good pressure.
Dave really using that lead leg, but now Mike's shooting for guard pull now, so we'll see how his closed guard works here against Dave. A lot of pressure from David here.
Rickles looking to control the arms.
That's what I like to do. I like to
trying
go
to get
into
in the
those
armpits there. Thumbs up. You can do it a couple of different
Yeah.
ways. He's going for thumbs up. Probably going to try to stand one leg at a time. One leg goes up, knee goes in the middle. That seems to be what typically follows there. It's most guys' train of thought. Let's see what Torres has in mind.
I think this is Mike's bread and butter here. He's definitely comfortable with this closed guard, so we'll probably see a lot of that in this matchup.
Posture's broken here for Torres. The angle that's being cut here. Reset it.
Yeah, Dave's pretty comfortable to sit in this position, but he's not really gaining any momentum. He's not really passing, not really looking to break the legs in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, the only way that this particular iteration of the closed guard rides on the bottom guy and causes him to work. There we go. Now we're in on something. Rickles like, nah, I'm good. Let's see if he chooses to go back into the closed guard. He's just going to act crazy. All right, that can happen. That can work sometimes.
That was a Mark Hunt butt bomb, actually.
Torres a lot more aggressive on the top, looking to change sides, big back steps, controlling at the angle or at the ankle.
Both guys physically pretty evenly matched here. Earlier, we saw David lead that left leg up.
Oh, look now at jump, flying triangle almost.
Rickles coming in, so you can see his approach to passing the open guard much different than Torres.
Definitely likes to keep the distance, but maybe expecting a mistake from Mike. But I don't think
he's going one particular direction. Also, it looks like, whereas Torres seemed to be interested in changing sides, cutting angles. Rickles coming in, trying to put Torres flat to his back. All right. Close to a clinching position there. Rickles backs out. Try it again.
Might seem like an appropriate strategy would be to apply more pressure to get the pass here. Because if that's what David wants to do, he needs to maybe sit down and get into a butterfly guard or pressure pass some way. Because his guard retention seems to be really good.
There he goes with some pressure, but Mike is working very well positionally.
Doesn't want any part of the leg game though. No. So we'll see what
can't
the
pass,
strategy
so he
here.
sits just to play some mind games, and now we're going to get into a little more of a pressure situation. Inversion here from Torres. Oh, we got a pass. He's in on the anaconda choke just for a split second.
See, those are the exact kind of opportunities he's looking for.
Just looking to create a little chaos. He's going to, oh my, what if we saw a Boston crowd right here?
Oh my God, you took the words right out of my mouth.
If we do, I'm very, very pleased. Control the head to create the pressure. Underhook is in. So a little
Maybe
shallow
step
underhook.
over for that arm bar there.
He's going to have to clear that top knee to do it.
Nice.
Oh.
Here we go.
Had a chance almost, but now Mike here
finishing
in the
this
turtle.
front headlock position. It's a good controlling grip. Not a lot of weight down. Now here comes the weight.
And
Torres.
Mike retains his guard here. Haven't seen a lot of opportunity for Dave to play top position, but just from standing seems like, or he's attacked. He's picked his attacks very few, but
he's definitely the offensive player though here.
But I like to see what happens if he can get to a mount or a strong side control.
Look at a little kiss of the dragon sweep here. Inverting all the way under. Gets to the top, but not really, actually.
Almost.
Now Mike using that Z guard here. Very popular guard here tonight.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of it. And consistently crossing the ankles there on the Z.
Just plays into the game of everyone hunting for those leg locks.
Yeah, it can. It can for sure. Actually creates a really uncomfortable position for the top for Rickles in this situation for his thigh when you're pinched in that Z. All right, we'll get the knees pushed together. Can he pass around the back door? Big back step right there.
Nice,
but he got swept.
Yeah,
going for it.
Nice sweep.
And now he's in on the leg. Torres
back
is
for
getting
the
hungry
ankle
for
lock.
a leg now. He's going to come up and pass again. Rickles doesn't look too eager to get to his closed guard. He's
so
keeping
now
a
we
foot in the
see
hip.
David in the closed guard or bottom position here. Not quite a closed guard, but an aggressive open guard.
Rickles adjusts his leopard print pants and enters into the danger zone once again.
Interesting setup here for the Boston Crab position. Quite.
When you wear pants like that, you live in the danger zone.
That's a great point. Particularly, these particular spats seem to have a taller waistband than most. Your thoughts?
Yes. Pretty sure they were meant for females, but they work. When they have that sort of pattern on them, I would wear them. Who cares?
Yeah, you can kind of go whichever direction you want to go when you're Dave Rickles.
You know, Dave, no stranger to combat. You know, he did fight MMA and beat world champion Davi Ramos in actual mixed martial arts match. So
really,
yeah. So, and Davi has a very, very high pedigree in jiu-jitsu. So, you know,
he does. He
likes to create the chaos,
ADCC
like you said.
champion at his weight class. A beast of a man. Incredible submission grappler.
Little sign of frustration for Dave here. Not sure if he just again Mike here
pull him
just
over into 50-50 there. See how Dave kept his hand on the ankle and kept that knee line clear. Both guys trying to swim for that underhook over here on Torres' right side. Dave now to the mount. He wins the underhook exchange, and that's what got him to the mount. Changing off to a quick S mount. Strong arm lock. Corkscrew escape immediately.
Very impressive escape from Mike Torres.
Yeah, but we saw some hot offense there. We see now Dave's got some offensive game.
See, now
he threw a little fire at him.
Now we get to see him start to push his game.
See, I was wondering if we just needed to see Dave in those top pressure positions to get an opportunity to find his opening for a submission. And, yeah, we saw it there with that really nice armbar attempt. But Mike, just a really good escape.
Yeah. Let's see what happens in overtime here.
Dave taking some big breaths. We'll see how this overtime can play out here. Mike elects to take the back here in the overtime round. So we have this one and only overtime round for these matches here for the super fights.
All right, Torres falls to what we traditionally call the choking side. So his strong rear naked choke arm is on the bottom.
Yes.
Usually if you fall to the other side, you're thinking about arm locks, reverse triangles. Now Torres looking to switch off to maybe a Kimura style grip here. I can't quite. Yes,
he's got the double wrist lock here.
Kimura style grip. He's got that inside space. Oh, it's over.
Wow, that was quick.
We'll call that 33 seconds.
Unofficial time, 33 seconds.
Dave escapes in 33.
Interesting. He doesn't even attack the hooks right away.
He's just trying to hold on.
Yeah.
He's just trying to get that
Well,
ride time because
it's
he knows he can beat it.
That angle, how Torres keeps
Well, now
his
he's
head to
got
the
a
mat, and you
body
see
lock.
how Torres pushes the pressure, the weight distributes towards his own head. He's trying to make sure that Rickles cannot get his head underneath his head, and that was the mistake that allowed the ride to come
10
back.
seconds till he wins. 5.
So simply winning that head position, and that's it.
Makes all the difference, yeah.
Simply winning that head position in that overtime was the thing.
It was the one
that
thing.
saved it.
Yeah.
It was the one weird trick.
Yeah.
Or your 1 minute jiu-jitsu hack, if you will.
And Dave Caveman Rickles comes away with a victory.
Excellent work.
I really enjoyed watching that match. You know, you saw somebody really try to pick their spots and attack, and we saw some glimpses of potential submissions, but a great escape there for the armbar for Mike, but came up short in the overtime. So, you know, you ideally maybe like to have another overtime round for these guys, but you know that's comes into play. You got to have a strategy going into these matches.
So we're going to the 205s now rather than the 135s. Okay, that makes sense. Since that's the order that we're. I was thinking
was
the 35s
the original
were
order.
next.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is our second round in the light heavyweight division. We got 2 overtime rounds potentially. We have 2-minute longer matches, an 8-minute match here. So we'll see if the extended time plays into effect, and maybe if it goes into overtime, how their strategy can change. But these bigger guys might want to hurry up and get a submission if they're under condition. But we'll see.
In the blue corner, we have Ty Orgeron.
Ty Orgeron getting the quick submission in the first round, but got his hands full in this matchup against Patrick Miller.
All right.
Yeah,
So
Pat's going to be the stronger man, more aggressive man.
Definitely the bigger opponent here, but Ty very, very, very crafty with the leg lock attempts and the submission. So we'll see.
And just the overall attitude.
Yes.
He's just
a totally different approach to how they do jiu-jitsu too. Patrick came in fast, aggressive, high pressure, heavy squeeze game in his first.
Ooh, nice sprawl.
Yeah,
Nice
wow.
sprawl for Ty.
Yeah. I believe Patrick thought he was fixing to hit that takedown with no
Thought
problem.
he had it for a second.
I believe he thought he was just going to bully him
Exactly.
over right there.
There was that kind of shot.
He got a little bit surprised by Ty, which happened in Ty's first match. Looked like he was kind of eating a few leg locks and, you know, just relaxing, and then all of a sudden he lands in that double outside ashi, double stomp to the hip.
Very good composure.
On the straight ankle.
Almost Patrick going for an arm drag there. Another arm drag attempt for Ty.
Little head fight going on here now.
And we all see the importance of a head position, like we saw in the last match, you know, so that no guys want to give up that head position.
Well, Ian, you know better than Joey or I for sure the importance of head position in the sport of MMA.
Oh, it's huge.
How much that comes into play in your wrestling against the cage.
And you can use your head as a weapon without actually headbutting somebody. You know, you can use it for all kinds of positions and just really frustrating someone, or you know, if I'm going to shoot a head post double, I'm going to put my head through your ribs, and then it sucks, it hurts. So if you can really learn how to take advantage of not only the position of your head, but using it as kind of that clubbing weapon, you know, instead of just a straight headbutt, like I said, which is illegal.
Yeah, and it can be used to control as well. Head under the chin during your passing. Really pop that. We call that the Pez dispenser pass at my gym, where you pop that head, make that chin go vertical.
Yes.
Looks like none of these guys want to pull guard here, so we might see some fireworks with the takedown. Patrick
single here. Let's see how he finishes it, or if he does.
Oh, nice scissor leg
Went
attempt
for
for
the
Ty.
scissor. Patrick out the back door, but not yet. Now he's out the back door.
Okay, let's see
Nice
what Ty
play.
wants to do.
Nice play by Patrick there, and he's looking for a Kimura quickly. An
nice
underhook
transition.
back into his half guard.
Ty seems really composed with even in
Very
that bad
chill.
spot.
Very
Yeah,
chill.
Not initially.
I like the way he's making that frame with the left elbow there. When we were talking
Across
about
that
that
shoulder,
earlier,
yeah.
I was using the elbow as his frame rather than the end of his arm, his hand.
Which is more of an MMA thing, you know, to try and get to stand up so you can strike again.
Exactly.
Another Z guard here for Ty.
Yep. Now in more of a what we would call a traditional half guard here.
Patrick I think he wants that.
Patrick's
that far
a bull
side arm.
sign.
Yes. He's going to take it.
Really seriously going after that Kimura now. He's got the grip together. Ty turns in. Now looking for the arm bar. Excellent. He's got a good look at it here.
Yeah, Patrick's got a really
And
strong
he's
arm bar here.
He's got to just relax and work on.
Oh, Ty's like, get off me, son. That's what he said in his heart.
Well, Patrick had one hand and let go. He let go with the other hand, so it gave him that opportunity to escape. So we'll see.
It just shows how smart Ty is. He is just on every single slip up you make, he's going to capitalize.
He understands those inches in there, in those small, more precarious positions.
His coach.
Patrick waves at him a little bit as he walks past him. Little taunting. I think I like Patrick. Ty went to arm drag him and didn't even move him there.
It's a little frustrating when it happens.
Patrick checks the clock.
A lot of hand fighting here.
Patrick gave him a little smile. Ty reached down like he was going to grab that single, and Patrick kind of smiled at him like, nah, not the way that goes.
No.
Both clinched up on the outside. Patrick definitely, I would call him the more competent wrestler on the feet for sure. But Ty's not doing too bad.
No, he's definitely keeping
too bad.
Holding on to position well. And maintaining.
He definitely knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Patrick definitely feels comfortable. He feels like that's his world, though. You can see it on his face when Ty reaches down for that single. Patrick decides to try to work an overhook. It's going to be
almost like a deep sprawl for Ty, but
now into a deep half guard right off of that. Looking to sweep. All right, let's see which direction he turns this deep half. Patrick playing it very well on the top and gets the pass out of it. Yes.
There we go.
Back into the half on the other side. Now, that was a really interesting exchange. Patrick looking to grind in. Ty looking to work that left elbow in as a frame again. There. Almost there. Almost there. He's got an uncomfortable spot for Patrick.
Pushing that head away, just trying to create a little bit of space.
Yeah. All right, he concedes it. And now Patrick comes in with his own frame. So that becomes a little meta battle that happens in these positions. Bit of a sit-up guard.
Nice exchange there. Okay.
Back into the closed guard.
Haven't seen closed guard for Ty here tonight, so we'll see how well his closed guard game is, see what kind of attacks he can set up. Really focusing on the posture here, Patrick.
Yeah. Patrick trying to work his chest, get that posture back.
Also a chance to kind of regain their condition too. You know, it's been actually a pretty heated matchup.
Pretty grueling match, actually.
They've been going at it, so because again, this is a longer match. We get 8 minutes here in this second round.
And 2 overtimes in this round, correct?
Yes. So if there's an opportunity if you can pick your spots to get your breath back, but like you said earlier, Brandon, that's when the soul escapes. You see him take that big breath, right?
Mm-hmm. So a guy like Patrick, or anybody who plays that type of style, they're looking for that moment of exhale, and that's when the dog comes out.
Yeah, that's when they know that they potentially broke you. If you don't actually feel it happen, or you can hear it, like Dan Gable said, you can feel it when someone breaks.
You can feel when a man breaks. It's absolutely true. You can feel when his soul starts leaking out just a little bit. That's the time to go in for the kill. I like to tell my guys at home that if you can get the soul, the arm comes free. It's no problem to have the arm once you've got the soul.
He will give you whatever you want once you take that.
Yeah, Patrick really wanting that far side arm. He could easily seems to me from my position, just get that other leg free.
So he's on the same attack sequence that he went for the first time. Second time he managed to get into that arm lock position from here.
But he's
looking to rip this one out and finish the Kimura here.
If he could get that leg free, though, he would have a lot easier time.
Or if he could.
There we
go.
Okay.
He's got to step over the head.
Yeah. And
Power.
He almost hesitated with that leg. I mean, he could have set back and pushed that leg, but he kept that half guard position. So
I feel like he might have been baiting Ty into a little bit of comfortability right there. Kind of lulled him to sleep and then ripped on it.
Congratulations, Patrick Miller, advancing to the third round.
And listen, congratulations to Ty.
Yeah, Ty definitely hung in there.
He's a gamer, man.
We'll probably see him in a future Onnit Invitational.
So now we have, Kyle and Tommy? Is that our next match?
So we have the
Kyle versus Tommy right here, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Good job.
Up next in the 205 bracket, Tommy McKay.
Tommy McKay, Austin native, a fan favorite tonight. This looks like the All-American guy. Blonde hair, blue eyes.
Again, that good-looking blue rash guard.
Good looking white boy. Motherfuckers.
I was talking about the rash guard, but I appreciate where
I was just saying it was pretty.
Corn-fed, just real handsome.
He's got that square jaw.
He does. Nice. And listen, not scared to wear some basketball shorts either, and I appreciate that.
He sported some cutoff D pants in the first Onnit Invitational that he competed in. Never seen cutoff D pants before.
Like how cutoff?
They were pretty high. They were above the knee.
I like that.
I used to train with this dude named Sam Davis, awesome grappler, 10th Planet guy, and he used to wear some cut-off gi pants. We used to call him Huck Finn when he'd wear them. Like, oh, Huck Finn's here. All right, Kyle is
quite the size difference.
Ready to rock and roll. He looks like a giant.
Yeah.
I mean, they have the same sort of build, but his frame is like 2 sizes up.
Kyle's
got an extra 7.5 feet of arms as well.
He's in a kneeling position. He's still at the same eye level.
Kyle went to dinner with us last night. I got to spend some time just kind of quizzing him on his background.
Such a nice guy.
He's huge, too. Just being next to him, he is a big, big dude. Yeah, and a nice guy.
Nice
right into
here.
He's trying to get to Ashi right off the bat. Tommy sees it coming. Now he's switching to DOA on the other side here. So use that X to switch off.
He wants to get that leg triangle.
Right into the heel. Right into the heel. That's power.
Oh, nice outside heel hook for Kyle. Very quick submission too. Impressive. A lot of leg locks tonight, guys. I think I said, Brandon, how many leg locks will we see tonight? I think we've seen at least a half a dozen tonight.
Yeah, I mean it's almost exclusively, right? We just caught the Kimura. What other subs have we had?
We've seen Kimura. We've seen
leg locks. Rear naked?
No, we haven't.
No?
We've seen We've seen straight arm lock. Yeah, so interesting now. So Kyle gets a quick submission
Ethan
going into
this, got the straight
his last round.
Huge.
Yes, so because we saw Patrick really gruel it out and get the submission, but went the distance with Ty. So Kyle getting really he gets a big break going into the third round. So we'll see how that could play into the future here. But now we see Ethan Krillestein here in the 135-pound division.
He's going with John Torres here, right?
Yes. Ethan with a really exciting matchup against Sheridan Moran in the first round.
Blue corner, John Torres.
Ethan looks super loose right now. Again, just a guy that just literally just stepped off a plane maybe 5 hours ago and made it here. So it just shows you the level of commitment and what he comes to do. I think he just sees money and gold medals in his future.
Yeah, well, that's what I see in his future too.
Yeah.
We all do.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He's so cool, calm, collected, very loose. It's obvious that he competes all the time, and he does. He competes all the time. I saw him at the finishers tournament.
Double guard pull.
Both guys pulling guard here.
And he looked great at finishers. Right into a heel hook already. That might be it.
I don't know if John
power heel hook.
understands.
Look at that butterfly grip. Wow.
Both guys without
that would have put
hesitation.
Me in the hospital.
I saw no wincing at all by these guys because both of them attacked the legs. Again, you have to be aware that if you're going to attack the legs, you're going to leave something open. Typically, at the high level, you're going to get attacked.
So it looks like that's a very interesting entanglement there. And now Krellinson's countered it, and he's in on the heel hook again.
John looked really relaxed.
And Torres
though.
goes, here's a heel hook from Krellinston. Torres just eats it.
Yeah.
He didn't even acknowledge.
Doesn't
it
even seem like he's in any danger.
I almost
he's
cried.
busy.
There's a toe hold.
Oh.
Did it break?
Okay.
Oh, I thought he screamed.
I thought he did, but no, they kept going. So
you know what I like?
That was loud.
You know what I like about Krellinson? He's like, I'm going right back to it.
see, it's almost the crowd's fault for saying
What is
because it
going on
almost
here?
creates that sort of
that toe hold.
Yeah.
It's pushing all the way.
And it gets so
That is
deep on him.
That's
got to
be as bad as I've ever. See what I'm saying about how a guy will eat a toe hold?
Yeah, and that's the thing.
I couldn't hear it over the headphone, but the guy, David over here on the clock is telling me that it cracked really loud. And that was the response. I didn't hear it. Jeez.
And yeah, some guys just have those flexible feet and ankles.
Well, and like you said,
They're conditioned.
some guys are just
exactly.
they're just not gonna tap. They're just not gonna tap. They'd rather die.
Yeah, and plus there's that level of competitiveness.
I got a feeling, regardless of how he tapped out, he broke his foot.
Yeah, he seems to be favoring that knee there.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. No.
So I guess he couldn't go on.
Guys,
He decided to.
I want you to check out the swelling on the left ankle right there.
Wow.
I have a strong feeling that leg might be
Something's busted.
broken.
So that was a toe hold
another,
that he just not tapped at, but then
he
couldn't.
never tapped to the lock itself. Snapped. For
I don't know.
Sure, he got
I think
a couple of weeks on the sideline.
I didn't hear it, but
it was loud. I heard it.
He walked
we did
off
hear a
on
pop.
it.
Yeah,
he walked off on it like a boss.
Up next, 135.
that swelled up quick.
Yeah.
That was a real. That's what a toe hold does. I mean, like you ever play basketball or volleyball and land on somebody's ankle.
That's why I'm afraid of toe
Boom.
holds.
That's what it does. And Curtis is still limping around out there just from having seen it.
The look on John Calistein's face is
He's intense.
Yeah.
It's so interesting. They come out of they train together. He and Ethan. And they have completely different approaches how they walk out onto the mat. Ethan coming out chill, loose,
so I was
moving around and bouncing.
I was hoping these guys would match up because now if we're going to find out who wins tonight, obviously, but they're going to have another match in the future. They're going to be paired up in a super fight at the Jiu Jitsu Kumite down in Houston in the near future. But this could be match of the night here. Very easily.
Yeah, very easily.
Yeah. Yes.
And Ricky is definitely between Cohen and Calistein has a very difficult path to even get to Ethan in the finals. Ricky very good at escaping and defending leg locks, keeping the knee line clear. Of course, he's got strong wrestling. Interested to see Ricky's leg lock defense and his preparation for this tournament, how that plays against Calistein's entries and proficiency at the legs.
John not pulling guard either. So
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
But,
second round.
We got a little time.
Got some time. Yeah.
8-minute match. Matt Kaplan in the corner over there for Calistein, calling for patience.
Neither guy pulling guard, looking to dominate first up on the feet. And
looking to take a little something from the other guy here.
Yeah.
Ricky looks like he
Calistein
might be
maybe
going.
trying to lull him into a little sleep there and hit him with a scissor as well if Ricky shoots a single. Hand fight. Calistein with a nice club there. Ricky's posture looking good.
Strong pedigree, wrestling pedigree for Ricky.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Strong wrestler, high school wrestler, strong collegiate wrestler. And brown belt under Gio Martinez.
His wrestling stance never changes. His wrestling stance is typically the same. He doesn't vary his height of his shoulders. He's always in good position. And obviously now he's standing up straight.
And this is actually a fun fact, but these two guys actually the last two guests of the Jiu Jitsu podcast.
Oh,
so if you want to tune in, you can hear both their stories. Yeah.
Ricky with a quick little leg drag there, trying to get into side control position. Calistein clinched up, bringing his left butterfly hook to the inside, looking to invert here, and he's in on the leg. But Ricky,
very
true to
elusive
form,
there.
true to all of the guys at 10th Planet Oceanside, very good at recognizing the leg entanglements quickly. A nice little throw-by attempt.
I mean, we saw Gio defend Eddie's leg attacks in the last EBI. So, I mean,
Exactly.
Ricky knows exactly what to do in those positions.
Ricky got in on the hips there and kind of thought better of it for just a split second.
I think he felt
and
the power.
he decides to sit. And, interesting strategy. See how this pays off. Ricky going after Calistan's leg here. Framing out. Calistan, very cool under pressure here. Probably been here about 1 billion times. See how Calistan kept his right elbow and forearm engaged in that last exchange there. Ricky doing a good job controlling the overhook at the ankle there.
Yeah, very impressed.
Be interested to see if Calistan has a way to reverse this position drilled in, and I'm sure he does. But if he can pull it off against, I like that underhook on the backside there by Calistan with his right arm.
Oh, nice.
Ricky inverts
Wow.
and stays on the leg with the inversion. Now looking to come up and very interesting. Ricky showing Calistan he's not scared to get in there and play leg locks.
No, he's definitely going toe to toe with him.
Calistan's looking to set up the Ashi on this far side now. Maybe a toe hold here if the knee line clears too quickly. Ricky needs to address that foot coming over the hip. Good.
He's got the foot
Now
back out.
switches now to the straight ankle grip or the overhook grip. Ricky, yes, this is the
Seems
game
like
that he needs
that
to be
knee
playing.
line just cleared.
He needs to be playing the escape the leg lock game, not the counter the leg lock game.
Absolutely.
This is my opinion.
Yes.
He's who am I? I'm definitely not out there for a reason.
You were out there though.
I've been out there a few
Yeah.
times. Yeah.
There was this one time.
Good. I like that. I like that bully move by Cal. I'll tell you, I like that bully.
I
that
love it.
bully kind of game.
Oh yeah, you got to show dominance. This is two people trying to, basically fight each other. It's how it works.
And Ricky pulling in again. Now Calistan's he's gonna try that power straight ankle there as a counter to the heel hook position. Calistan staring him down. Very impressed by Ricky here.
Yes, he's definitely kept up with the transitions and stood in there with Calistan, one of the best leg lockers in the game right now.
And you see Calistan keeps his heel turned towards the ribs, really protecting that heel hook. And now he's playing his game. And here comes a backside entry from Calistan. Now looking to take Ashi. Ricky's still very aware. Calistan holds the overhook, and that's how you climb. That's how you climb the leg locks when you don't have the knee line already. A lot of guys try to control the leg lock positions with the heel hook as their attack. But you really, if you want to climb and go higher, you see how Calistan grabs and then climbs above the knee line. Ricky keeping his right hand on the inside there at the knee. That's helping him stay alive right now. But Calistan putting that strong reaping pressure. Ricky's knee starting to pull free. So Calistan felt right away the heel hook is just not quite there yet. The toe hold may be here. We call that the heel hook helper. Very powerful heel hook position.
Oh, nice.
The foot pops.
We got it. Yeah.
Foot popped.
Maybe Ricky
gets
thinking
the
he was
sub.
going to get a reset, huh? But
He may have been, but
yeah.
A good match.
Yeah, very
good
good
match.
match.
Calistan
He fought fire with fire
is going to
here.
be facing his teammate in the final. And we get two toe hold style.
You know what, guys? I'm actually
Finish it.
excited. I was actually offered a spot in this division. I think I'm glad I didn't take it.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm all good on this side of the table.
I'm good. I want to keep walking.
What about you, Ian? You should have jumped up there.
I would have. I just got to actually get in shape and figure out what I'm going to do with my life.
Well, guys, we're going to go into our second and our last 10-minute break here. Stay with us. Onnit.com/live. I'm Joey Fody. I'm here with Brandon McCatherine and Ian McCall. We're calling the action for you. Been some great matches so far. So stay locked into the Onnit Academy website.
The cold is my master. The cold is my guru, my teacher. It is merciless, yet it is righteous. When we think of the cold, painful, it actually brings you in the deepest of your own physiology. The real serious thing is we can really tackle real problems. Inflammation, anything caused by inflammation. We show within a quarter of an hour, whoop, inflammation going down. You get out of the cold water then, and your body is fully alarmed, alerted, and in full bloom. You feel great. Endorphins, melatonins, even dimethyltryptamine. It's all working. Thus, the cold is not something negative. Go past your own fear. Breathe. Use the cold. Just do it. Just feel it. We are more than we think. We are on it.
I've taken losses. I've had my ass kicked by opponents and by life, more times than I can count. I've been broke and trapped in a life of gangs and drugs. I've been broken, my jaw twice, my hands 9 times, and had to rebuild my face with plates and screws. I've lost 7 fights. I've had title chances slip away. There have been crushing defeats. But here's the thing about getting crushed. You and I, we are made of resilient stuff. The more we get crushed, the more compression we feel, the more ferociously we bounce back. All of the energy that the world uses to break us becomes fuel to propel us forward. To reach new heights, to find new greatness, to overcome new obstacles. Not just for one single win or one single championship, but to win at life. Because we're all fighters. We wouldn't have made it this far if we weren't. So do your worst, world. We'll be here. We'll take your best shot. And we'll come back at you with everything we have.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in so far. We're coming up to our conclusion. Final matchups tonight. We're here at the Onnit Academy in Austin, Texas, from 10th Planet Austin. I am one of your commentators for tonight, Joey Fody, and I'm here with Brandon McCatherine.
What's going on?
And Ian McCall. What's going on, guys? How do you like the matches so far?
We're back.
Yes. You want us to get on that?
Yeah, Jeremiah Vance actually taking over for Curtis Hembrough for the week next week, and going to teach classes here at the Onnit Academy.
Okay, so that's here at the Onnit headquarters.
That's here.
Okay.
Yeah, here to in 10th Planet Austin, going to lead the goons here.
Yeah. According to Eddie Bravo, Jeremiah one of, if not the best rubber guard players on the planet.
Okay.
Straight out of the mouth of Eddie Bravo. And he had me on the mat earlier, twisting my head off, so I think I'm a believer.
And guys, if you think you got what it takes to be on the Onnit Invitational, all you got to do is sign up for an advanced division at the Onnit World Open, which just happens to be on June 3rd. So if you're in and around the Austin area on June 3rd, come try your best and see if you can get an invite to the Onnit Invitational 5, which may or may not happen sometime very, very soon.
In August, I do believe. I'll be teaching a stand-up seminar then.
Possibly, yeah.
You want to earn it. You really want to earn it? Get your ass out here to Austin. It's an amazing place to just check out, and you get to compete.
Cash money.
You know what else, man? Even if you're like, you know what, maybe I can't win it, I'll just try. It's still a cool place to come visit.
It's
Austin's
awesome.
an awesome city.
Yeah, this is for surely my favorite, one of my favorite cities. This and Houston are my two favorite cities in the country outside of California.
Wait, Houston? Really? You said Houston was one of your favorite cities?
I love Houston.
Okay,
my girlfriend's
all right.
from Houston.
I mean, I'm from Houston, so okay.
Houston's favorite.
Houston doesn't get what it deserves. Houston is an amazing, amazing place.
Interesting. All right. That's awesome. I'm glad you said that. Jeremiah Vance, Rubber Guard Seminar, May 12th. That's 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. That's at 10th Planet Austin. $40, guys, from one of the self-proclaimed best rubber guard experts in the world.
One of the Eddie Bravo proclaimed best in the world. Let's talk about this match.
Guys, real quick.
Versus Brandy Saunders.
We have Cora Sek on the mats, and she's been fight of the night in, I think, all of her matches that she's ever competed in. I mean, and this is actually a rematch from a Jiu Jitsu Kumite that they had a couple of weeks ago down in Houston, and Cora got the victory.
Cora straight in on the legs.
Yeah, straight in for the legs.
Straight into a straight ankle lock too. Oh my gosh!
Oh God, these people are just
so mean to each other.
Yeah.
Ian.
They're so all about it, and they want to get in these positions to add another, to get into a better one, and it's just trouble.
This manifestation of the double outside ashi, the outside ashi position, is the problem that a lot of I wouldn't say less experienced, but kind of, unless you're at the top tier of that game, you can get smashed up on this double outside position here and allow your opponent to put the weight on you. So there's a lot of subtleties to controlling that outside ashi that, man, if they get, you're even an A instead of an A+, you can end up with your opponent on top,
and
crushing your skull.
Interesting about Cora, she's a lot of times she goes into these matchups, giving up size, giving up weight in these matchups, like she is here. Brandy a little bit taller, a little bit heavier in the weight here, but Cora just really, really just sharp with her skills, knows what she has to do,
and she's staying committed to that position there. So we'll see if it can manifest into something a little more with a little more offensive potential here. Of course, the potential is there. And now she's let it go, and she's into kind of a smashed out position. Strong crossface on the top there.
Cora coached by her Ground Dwellers black belt head coach Eddie Avalar down in Houston, and
Eddie's a great jiu-jitsu player too.
One of the nicest guys in jiu-jitsu, and Brandy.
She's got great top control.
Yeah, very, very good top
very
control.
Impressive. Cora back into the half guard on the other side now. Cora gets in deep on a leg on the transition. Now she's into what we call the Reaper position, or the kind of a Sambo leg knot, Sambo style.
Oh, nice toe hold position here.
Trying for the
no
toe
heel
hold
hooks,
off
by
of
the
it.
way. They can't go for heel hooks.
But they can do toe holds.
They can do toe
and
holds,
according to the referees, you can do neck cranks. I don't care how old you are.
Wow. Okay.
Crank it. Just no heel hooks.
I like how there's different adaptations to the basic EBI rule set.
Yeah.
Everyone can't do it the same, so they just change it up just
and
a
now
tad.
we're going to get a little reversal here. Now Brandy looking to apply the heel hook from that reaped position.
Brandy cornered by Chance Broad, the winner of the 155-pound division in the Onnit Invitational.
Chance is a gangster.
Very, very impressive brown belt. Another Revolution guy.
Coming out of that Tim Crater.
So many good guys
association
out of that
down there.
school, yeah.
All right, I like this matchup, man. This is going pretty well. All right, Cora gonna little technical stand up, going to the top, very aggressive now. Straight to knee on belly,
right into
the mount.
That was beautiful.
Brandy seemed to be really,
she kind of let her
easy
guard
to
down
let her.
She
let
got
her
a
go
little
to mount like that.
lackadaisical there, and that's exactly what happens.
Cora smelled it,
but not really attacking so much here in mount position. So we'll
that's
see.
all right. Go cook her just a little bit and see what exposes.
Yes.
Cora already with her left hip sliding under the elbow. And look at the flexibility off Brandy right there.
Jeez.
Already with the heel into the hip, and she's on her leg.
Wow, very
little
impressive
short leg
mount
lock
escape.
attempt. Cora's out. She's not going to be tapping to that, but Brandy looking to
And then
chase.
straight to climb.
Interesting, man. And again with an easy pass. Cora now.
Cora likes to set up a truck from this position. I've seen her do it before. If Brandy decides to, maybe get into a half guard position, you could see Cora easily set up a truck here. She really is a big fan. I've seen her do it several times
So
in
you
her
can
super
hear
fights.
you can hear Cora's dad, Bruce, in her corner, calling for flat mode. Flat mode and twister side control. When it's like a north-south hybrid between twister side control and north-south position that Eddie Bravo has really been drilling into the 10th Planet Association lately through his mastering the system and through his seminars. He's trying to bring that into the lexicon.
Cora trying to grab that out.
It's a way to set up the
far
truck
side
or the
leg.
twister.
Yeah. Well, from this position, like I did in the seminar yesterday, you have that paper cutter. You got a lot of small moves that are pressure based. Both these girls have great pressure.
Look at this flexibility on the
Brandy's
far
showing
side.
a lot
She's
of dexterity
pulling her foot down in front of the face, and now she's going to
ends up
invert.
on the back.
Wow. She gets the back out of that position. That was amazing.
Wow, let's see what Cora can do here.
Jeez.
They're rolling out of bounds. Let's see what kind of control.
She's good. Mat presence is amazing as well.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Cora, strong defensively here. She's kind of shelled up, but she's not allowing Brandy under the chin at all. Let's see how aggressive Brandy is willing to get with that face to open up the neck.
Travis right on top of the action here, letting him play it out.
Doing a great job as ref.
Yeah.
I mean, they're literally halfway off the mat, but they still have enough space to work.
Brandy has her legs are literally almost right in Cora's face. The foot is.
Yeah,
so
they're pushing into
dexterity.
they're pushing into the chairs over there. Yeah, I was gonna say I think we need to reset them right
once
here.
the feet get tangled up in the chairs.
The immediate threat of the submission is not there. Let's memorize the position. Let's move it back to the middle. And Travis did a great job with that. I need to quit clicking this pen in the microphone. I'm like too much.
Try doing a Fight Companion podcast. We're all drunk and stoned.
Too much
chewing
butter coffee. Just chewing on those sriracha cashews or whatever.
Exactly. There's like 5 or 6 of you guys.
Yeah, it's just and
and one of them's Eddie Bravo.
I'm the quietest one because they all just have more mic presence than I do, and it's I just 5 hours of listening to people talk and
the pin clicking begins.
Yes.
Brandy with the
nice
strong
tight
top
mount
position. Yeah, squeezing the hips here.
And she is tight.
But I've seen Cora escape from some really tough spots in the past. She's gotten out of some
Cora
really.
Sometimes she'll end up surviving a fully locked triangle that stays on for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Sometimes in some of these matches, hour and a half might have been a bit of hyperbole.
Yeah, sure,
it happens. Now, Brandy, she keeps such tight pressure, especially with her knees. She'll let
Set up
Cora,
the arm now.
She'll let Cora work and move underneath her, but she still has the pressure.
So arm lock, not controlling the leg.
Yeah,
we've seen
Cora,
that be a problem and so now Cora turns to her knees, looking to step over. Sometimes that can put a little extra pressure on the arm if the angle is not perfect. So you got to have a lot of understanding. Now she's not switch to a toe hold. This is a deep position. This is a nice play here for Brandy.
Definitely coming.
She's got to sit her butt back and put more pressure on her head.
That's a great strategy. Or she can take that in this case, her right shin, put it behind Cora's head and swim her through to a more standard arm lock position. But Cora doing a great job just defending, surviving, and looking to advance position. Now she's going to take Brandy's leg out of the game. And now her arm is free. And she's looking to reverse the position herself now. And we're right back into the arm lock with that swim move. Cora's out.
Nice transition for Brandy. Keeping that pressure on Cora.
Cora's to her knees now, though. She's a little more mobile here, trying to get back into her guard.
Nice
She's
entry
on
here.
leg.
Very, very nice entry. Yeah.
Cora won the last match?
She did, yes.
Okay.
She won the last match that they had.
I can only imagine how competitive it was because this is amazing.
It went into overtime.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Bit of a leg lock trade here.
A lot of exchanges.
Brandy looking for what we call a Texas cloverleaf. Cora's going to eat that all day. Cora now, she looks like she's trying to set up a toe hold on Brandy's left leg. Brandy very committed right now to this cloverleaf position. We actually call that a Texas cloverleaf. Some people just call it a leg lace. You can call it whatever you want. It hurts pretty bad.
Either way, it sucks.
And now Cora using her feet there to control the arm.
Brandy seems to do a really good job at taking away Cora's big strengths. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of her side control presence, a lot of her half guard stuff, a lot of her truck entries. We haven't seen any of that here. Brandy's really capitalizing on, or working her game really well.
Attempt here from Cora as Brandy's left leg comes around to the front. Cora looking to make a toe hold style pressure using her left forearm, and she's abandoned it. But anytime the toes lead the way across the hip, that style corkscrew footlock, estima lock, that's going to be at least a possibility. Cora disengages, Granby's through, and attacks the leg again. Somebody called for a dirty dog.
Yes, you want to explain to us what a dirty dog is?
I'm at a loss on that. Yeah. That sounds more like Ian's territory.
I would usually know what that means. I have no idea. I'm confused at this point. I'm the worst with names when it comes to jiu-jitsu, especially being a 10th Planet practitioner now. I don't know what anything's called.
Yes, well, a lot of guys have their own unique terminology, do they?
I go just do what I just did.
Well, we were talking about that earlier, Brendan, and some guys just have different names, but it doesn't obviously mean that it's wrong, but it's just the different language in these schools that you have. So
because you have different body types, different strengths of people, flexibility, so it's everything can be different.
Yeah.
Cora now into the top position.
Oh wow! Now we get an attack,
an arm,
topside attack.
A little too aggressive.
Too
with
open.
the attack and looking for the catch. And now she's into
a triangle.
What we call a dead orchard. This is both arms on the inside. This is a classic rubber guard position.
Pass isolated arm.
Oh, we go into overtime now.
Wow.
What a matchup.
Wow. So that's the position that we saw Ben Saunders use in the UFC to set up that omoplata, the only omoplata finish.
The only omoplata. That was such a good one, too.
The only omoplata finish in
Cora
UFC
electing to take the back of Brandy here.
Chris Brennan hit it on somebody.
As a finish?
No. Sorry, Chris Brennan got finished with a omoplata
in the UFC.
I think it was King of the Cage. My old coach, my very first coach, Chris Brennan, got finished with one, and I was
Chris
like,
Brennan,
old school,
Texas legend.
Such a good coach. He was a California legend before he was a Texas legend.
Using that gift wrap, it's saving the position. She's into a triangle off of it.
Same position as before.
That position really should have been stopped already.
Yeah.
So I actually didn't keep the time there.
It's so crazy because we're so used to a certain rule set, but with these overtime rules, I love them, but they just confuse the hell out of me.
They do. There's
check out Brandy
there's
starting
so many
with her
different
feet crossed there.
minutiae that you have to be aware of.
It's one overtime. Brandy's looking to ride.
Yes.
She's not looking to finish. Cora went for the kill. Brandy looking to ride.
Yes, and she's done it.
And I believe that's going to get Brandy the win here, guys. Because
now she's
all
attacking
of these super
the hooks.
fights are
if
one
she can get
overtime.
that hook free.
That's it.
There we go, yeah.
Brandy gets the win by riding out the overtime.
Well, she gets revenge tonight.
Yep. And
good matchup.
They're going to do it again soon, right?
They'll I'm sure they'll have another matchup again. Congratulations, Brandy. Cora, very well, very humble in defeat. Obviously, coming in undersized, but knowing what to do. But I think Brandy did a great job at neutralizing Cora's attacks. But Cora did a great job at keeping up and really, playing the game well. So
and they hug each other on the sidelines afterwards.
You know what? These team matches have been the best I've seen.
All right, guys.
I can't. The juvenile matches have been so exciting.
We have in the red corner Jose Llanes.
Jose's the real deal.
This guy, we saw him and his opponent, Will Durkee, but Jose, a Travis Took black belt, just a really, really nice guy, EBI veteran. He's an Onnit Invitational winner. He submitted Boogeyman actually, and
that was Jose that did that. The submitted Boogie.
I believe so.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real big deal.
Real big deal. I mean, Jose, very comfortable in this rule set, active in Fight to Win, does a lot of local promotions, but just a really, really tough competitor.
Looking strong.
Very lean, very fit.
Very comfortable, very relaxed. Sporting the blue rash guard, that's my personal favorite.
Now, if there's a guy that has a wrestling pedigree in this tournament, it's Will Durkee.
Yes.
Will Durkee, a very strong wrestler. He was a finalist in EBI 2 against Nathan Orchard.
Really?
Lost to Nathan Orchard in the finals, but man, very, very strong wrestler. Excellent. So we'll see how Jose can neutralize this, and maybe Jose, very good leg lock entries himself, but we'll see, because I haven't seen Durkee in quite a while.
Travis Took in the corner over there.
And you see the size difference too. I mean, that's how I love jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, Jose walking around 185, 180 for this match. Nice.
And the bigger man pulling
Is
guard.
it Durkee or Giannis?
I want to say
Giannis
Durkee's
already in attempting a triangle here. Durkee strong. See that wrestling posture?
Yeah.
Now he's coming in, double underhook style pass, looking to elevate those hips and turn the corner with his posture.
Pressure.
Yep. And Giannis doing a great job right there. See how he uses his left hand there to control the tricep. Inverting, very comfortable. He doesn't look to be under
Excellent
that
control
much
of the
pressure
hips.
at all. Yeah, you see the way Durkee now uses his hand to keep those hips elevated. And he's going to try to put himself behind the hips
him,
here.
yeah. So
that's
maybe
right. Giannis bails out to the
nice
turtle.
sprawl for
Tries
Durkee.
to sit, and you can see Durkee's wrestling pedigree comes into play right off the bat. Little butterfly hook action here for Giannis, looking to elevate. Durkee working a front headlock as he tries to pass. That's a great way in no-gi to control the body as you try to free those legs. If you can get your weight distributed up towards the top of the head or towards the head and arm control, and you can feel that butterfly hook there relax, it gives you an opportunity for a back step, which he tried just like that, and it puts him into the front headlock position.
But Jose just capitalized and got back up at least. He got out of getting into a worse position.
That Durkee must feel like a ton of bricks right now for Jose. I mean,
Heavy
he's almost
pressure.
literally
you see how
flat.
he takes his knees off the ground. A lot of times now he may be looking to set up some kind of Peruvian necktie here. He keeps jumping to putting his feet on the ground.
Or a 10-finger maybe?
It's a Peruvian.
Possibly,
Yeah, boom, it's a Peruvian, and he's out.
Nice escape.
Nice.
There we go.
Nice. Giannis ends up on the top, gets the wrestler on his back.
Man, wrestlers.
And he's going to the leg, and Durkee's already out.
Wrestlers love that Peruvian necktie.
Yeah, they do.
It's a strong position there, and you got total control if you can step over and get.
When you get a guy that really knows those head and arm chokes and understands the inches in there, that's a very, very powerful. Even if you don't submit, it's a great control position or a great way to ride the guy. Little shin on face there from Durkee.
You carry so much momentum from that step over and then coming back. So it's a really, really strong. I don't know. Yeah, Durkee seems like he wants to get that.
Yeah, he's using that
through.
leg and the knee, the shin and the knee there to give a little encouragement.
A little nudge. Hey man, I come from mean wrestlers. My coach was a world champion at 17 from Iran. He was an asshole. He used to beat me up, and that's just how you learn. You got to be mean. It's wrestling.
Well, it's not a full fight, but it's a version of a fight. Yes. Anytime a man's trying to break your leg, I consider that a fight.
Let's see how Jose can play this bottom position here. A lot of knee Z-guard here.
Yeah, leading with that butterfly hook, looking to get it on the inside. Durkee, strong pressure, looking to control the inside space. In a position like this, as a general rule, the man who controls the inside space is the offensive player, whether he's on the top or on the bottom. Whoever can get to the inside and dominate that position then becomes the offensive player. They're struggling for that position now. You see Durkee controlling overhook here on Lannis' left leg. Now we're going to switch to some sort of 2-on-1 game and reset back to the middle. Good action so far.
Jose,
I like this match. This is
bottom here.
One of my favorite matches so far.
Durkee looking to try a knee slice here.
Here comes that Z again. He's going to, Lannis looking maybe to invert and go underneath the other leg. Sort of play this like a reverse De La Hiva maybe. Durkee likes to get underneath with that double underhook pass. In no-gi at the highest level, very hard to pass without this style of pass. You see guys like, the Meow Brothers. The only time you ever see them get their guard pass, it's this style of pass.
Yeah, you almost have to be.
At least in no-gi, and they don't get past much in the gi.
Because there's so much strength and pressure involved that you don't really have a choice.
Well, you're so close to the hips.
Yes, exactly.
You're so close to the source of his power that you can start to manipulate it just a little bit, and you can see that now. As he lifts Giannis' power up over his head.
Yeah, that was
forces
all
him to roll into the
brute
turtle
strength
right
for Durkee.
Is brute strength backed by technical prowess.
Yes, very much so.
Brute strength him over and let him land into a submission.
Not a lot of attacks here for Jose in turtle position, but I know he's got something that he's got up his sleeve, so we'll see.
Oh, working a head and arm choke. That's very tight. That is a very tight head and arm choke.
That's why he's moving around so
very
much.
tight. Giannis is in big trouble right here. He's looking to change it now to an anaconda. There he goes.
Oh,
it's a very tight choke. Durkee's going to squeeze this thing. We'll find out what kind of man Giannis is right here.
He's got to turn his hips out
because the angle is not perfect.
Exactly.
Oh, he took
now
his arm
he's
out
got
for a second.
Oh, man.
Nice escape for Jose.
Great sequence.
That was
Beautiful
tight.
attack
That was
sequence
really
by
tight.
Durkee. That head and arm, we call that a power guillotine. We get that head and arm, and you kick it all the way to the other side of your body when you sit through.
If he would have adjusted his hips and ratcheted that one more time, I'm guaranteed it would have finished.
That would have finished a lesser man. That
it
would have finished me. I'll say that. I might have just died in there. I'd have been snoring. Y'all coming out, picking my legs up.
Yeah, pushing them into your chest. Wake up, stupid.
So,
see how Jose can set up maybe possibly a leg lock here.
Change of pace here.
Durkee not wanting any part of that.
I love the crowds at these events. Like, the crowd at the sub-only events, they'll get hype every now and then, but for the most part, it's sort of like watching Japanese MMA.
Yes,
they understand. Yeah, they know what to look for.
The only part I miss is the every time there's a knee.
They're educated and they're quiet and polite.
Giannis,
nice reversal
okay.
here.
That was
nice
interesting
defense as well.
Yeah, interesting.
He made sure his legs were free.
Yeah, and well, great play by Durkee to follow that pressure through and follow the flow of that. As I sip on my lovely iced butter coffee from the Onnit Cafe.
I've got a beer. I'm not even sure what kind of beer, but it's beer.
It's Ian McCall kind.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, I'm going to get drunk kind.
In on an Estima lock? Is this an Estima lock on the other side? I can't see it.
I know these guys at Tooks Academy really train for those Estima locks. So
a straight ankle lock?
I believe it's an Estima.
His beautiful hair's in the way.
Yeah, the hair is covering the grip there. No, it's a straight. Yeah. It's a straight, and it's a... Oh, no, it wasn't a Estima lock. It wasn't a Estima lock.
So he was going ankle up or heel up?
It makes a toe hold style pressure. Okay. So it uses the body and the torso to trap the toes rather than the second hand. Yes. And so you use the hands to come in like a rear naked choke across the shin. You use your body to torque it over. Brutal submission. You saw Rafael Lovato Jr. got submitted by Braulio at the 2009 ADCC. Snapped his foot here in the audience. I wasn't there. I saw a YouTube video.
A little look of frustration for Durkee. He just I know he wants to get a submission here. I don't think he wants to go into overtime, but Jose with just a master guard, really, really good guard retention and not giving Durkee a lot of opportunities. But Durkee seemed to pick his spots. Now disengages here with Jose.
He wants to come back in on his terms.
Yeah.
He felt like Giannis was getting a little too far into the game for his taste.
Jose
nice elbow frame there on the Z, and again you see that active Z guard, which is a shallow knee on the near hip. Now Giannis looks to work. Knowing that Durkee likes that Estima lock, that's actually a really dangerous position for Giannis when he lets his toes lead the way across the hip. It's a great place to snatch up that Estima lock.
Could be baiting him, though.
Yeah,
he could be baiting him. And Durkee might also know, look, man, I already got in on one super deep Estima. Yeah. This kid's not tapping. There's no use in burning out for another one.
Or it could be bait for bait.
That's when it gets very meta and fun, right?
Exactly.
Giannis looking for a Kimura on the other side, bails on it. Again, runs that butterfly hook to the inside.
Underpass.
It's a good strategy.
It is.
It forces Giannis to be on the defensive and to carry weight the whole time for the most part.
Excellent guard retention for Jose.
Yeah. Well, great match all the way around. Again, with this well-placed Z guard here from Jose. Using his left elbow to frame and keep the pressure off and away from his head. See that elbow come in as the frame. Boom, pops the leg back. We're going to reset. Durkee's going to look for that double underhook pass again. Psych, they're going to stand up and run to the middle. I don't get to say psych as much as I used to, and so I was pretty excited about that moment.
Both guys showing some signs of respect. Funny, this match, before the Onnit Invitational even started, these guys were having a conversation, laughing, joking. You wouldn't even thought they had a match in a couple hours.
I actually thought they were teammates.
Yeah,
the way they were
strategizing. Yeah, but no.
This is what you should do against me.
But that's Jiu Jitsu. They know, like you said, they understand it.
Yes.
They're here to have fun. They're here to put on a show.
And it's not a fight. It's a match.
Yeah.
Everyone goes, I had 5 fights today. No, it's a match, just like wrestling matches. Relax. It's all in fun.
You want to work on what you've been training on, and you're just here to showcase. But yeah, these guys, very good showmans here.
Here's the Estima lock set up again. You see the way that Durkee is overhooking that ankle?
Yes.
He's considering
his right side.
Yes. He's considering that Estima lock again.
The crowd getting into it a little bit here.
There we go.
And we got our overtime round here. We'll see how Durkee does on the back if he decides to choose the back.
I really like
Jose
saying his
gets
name.
the opportunity. Think he's going to take the back here?
Turkey. You know, I think these overtime parts favor the bigger person, but but not always. The smaller person's been winning most of these.
Definitely. You would think that the larger opponent has a physical advantage,
Exactly.
especially if you have the back. But, you know, you saw that with Gary Tonin. He had very tough overtime rounds with Daniel O'Brien. He had Vinny Magalhaes on his back, and just a wizard for those escapes.
Yeah. And I can tell you from personal experience training with Daniel O'Brien, having him on your back is not a good way to. It's not a good thing to have happen any part of your day, much less a competition part. So.
Jose really going aggressive for that neck.
Good control here. See how he keeps his chin underneath Will's chin.
Yeah.
So whoever controls that bottom, and now here could be the mistake here. We saw that before.
He let his head up just for a second.
Will did not take advantage of it.
Yes.
So now we're going to rotate through, and let's see how if whoever controls, excellent here. He might shake him off here. Excellent.
Oh, nice. So we got an unofficial
46
time.
46 seconds.
46
is the unofficial time. So Durkee escapes in 46. And remember, for these super fights, we only have one overtime round. So,
and the second person's usually ride time. You got to worry about ride time.
Exactly. Knowing that you only have to see, Durkee can ride for 46 seconds. He knows that coming in. And so he's definitely at the advantage in the single overtime setup like this.
Okay, so he's got to stall him out and ride here because that's really what he needs to do.
Keeps that.
I mean, as
that near side leg under.
As a winning strategy,
exactly.
Yes.
And it might not be the most favorable thing, but in this rule set, it is.
Yeah, it may not make the crowd the happiest. It may not make the promoter the happiest, but it's going to make him the happiest.
Yeah, he was.
He's looking for a twister here.
Wow.
Durkee looking for a twister.
Durkee is really familiar with this position. He knows how to hold on to
20 seconds
these.
left, so.
Nice adjustment. Oh, and almost narrowly.
Not yet. Oh, not yet.
Wow.
Very strong
What
position
a
for
fight.
Durkee. Durkee doing a great job of controlling
not yet.
Jose.
He's not out yet. Oh, we got a little confusion here. Okay.
Durkee did a great job of controlling
to
Jose.
see where they stopped that time.
Yeah, that's a very close time.
When that controversy, I will call it a
ribs?
controversy. When that controversy started, we had 38 seconds.
I think Jose's hurt. Yeah, I think that's is that why they stopped it.
Okay. And the first one was 46 seconds, so that's going to make Durkee.
Jose
I'm
Lanas.
sorry, it's going to make Giannis our winner because he escaped faster at 41 seconds versus 46.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Jose. Will Durkee,
The
good match. That was a
Who was
great
that again?
matchup.
Who? Torres.
Yeah.
Mike Torres?
Mike Torres. No, John Torres?
No,
was-
John Torres is the
Because he was
first guy.
30.
John Torres, yeah.
So, yeah, our paramedics are saying that we got a broken leg out of that toe hold.
Yeah, that swelled up really fast.
There was two
like
pops.
a golf ball.
That first pop he played off. The second one you could see it like, oh, that sucked. And then 30 seconds later he goes, okay, I'm done. I'm out of here.
All right, listen, guys.
Our last match of the super fights.
This is it. Fabio Prado. And if you don't know who his opponent is, get ready for the walkout of the night.
Yes,
That's for sure.
The show.
Tom Lawler is going to be coming out next. So if you like the spectacle of combat sport, he's going to give you what you came for.
And it's always entertaining. God, it's so funny. It's in such a funny way.
Fabio Prado, a third-degree black belt, training out of Team Alpha Male, Carlson Gracie.
The jiu-jitsu coach at Alpha Male.
Yes.
And a genuinely nice man.
Oh, yeah, great guy.
And just a little time
I don't get along with Alpha Male at all, but he's always amazing to me. I mean, it's more BS.
Yeah, just competitive.
But yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, he walked into the room for weigh-ins and just shook everybody's hand, just a beautiful, bright smile, super nice.
It's sorry to interrupt, but old school
That's
UFC
the old
music.
UFC music.
Tom Lawler.
Yes.
What's he dressed like? Is it Tank Abbott?
Is he coming out as Tank? Oh, he's coming out in a
And
Gracie
he's in a
train.
gi.
He's
He's
coming
in
out
a-
in a Gracie train, kids.
And Tom Lawler's in a gi right now.
Yeah, Tom
And a
Lawler's
backwards
in a
hat.
gi, walking out, UFC entrance.
This is unprecedented for the Onnit Invitational.
Against Fabio Prado.
Oh, wait a
there
minute.
we go.
Wait a minute.
Tom Lawler,
Some front
legend.
kicks.
The legend. Look at that. Always an amazing entrance for that man.
Good strategy for taking the gi off because he definitely could be used against him.
Yeah, particularly in this
Yeah.
matchup. Is he wearing a singlet?
Oh my God, he is like
my
I said,
dog.
Very true showman.
My dog coming out in a singlet.
Tom Lawler, training out of Syndicate MMA, was on Tough 8, Season 8.
Thighs for days.
Great wrestler.
Yeah, very good wrestler.
Man, they go straight to the club. Prado pulls a strong, aggressive half right here. He's kind of playing what most people would consider the wrong side of the guard. So he's playing kind of a weak side guard, maybe looking to force Tom to pass to the weak side. Tom playing on the headlock right away.
But you got to think he's been training high-level wrestlers for a very long time.
Yes, he has.
So he has
He's
a
not scared
specific
of
game.
this.
Yeah, specific game to beat them.
It makes it a very interesting matchup. And that's
Yes.
a great point, a great little nuance to the style here. And now to the underhook. Prado looking good, very comfortable, staying on his side on the bottom. No deep, heavy breath. Oh, jumps on a Kimura on the far side. Lawler's going to have to address it. Let's see. Does Prado look to invert here? Or Prado look to invert here? Or does he look to go back to his back again to pry the grip free? We'll see.
He's
He's
either
climbing
got
his
to hip
half
in to
guard.
sweep him, or he's got to sweep him the other way.
Yeah, you can invert here, take the head between the legs, and continue to attack the Kimura as a sweep, or that also leads you into the legs, which we saw Kyle Bame do in his first match to get to the leg lock.
Just shows a
Strong
Tom
Kimura
Lawler.
here for Fabio.
Yeah, you know, Tom actually has an opportunity to reverse this position here if he feels comfortable enough. You can actually flip that Kimura. Damian Maya, very good at that. If you guys ever saw his
Switched
Science
it
of
around,
Jiu
yes.
Jitsu DVDs, but he goes into depth on how to flip that Kimura around and break the attacker's arm.
Oh, here's that sweep.
And we're out. And Lawler on his back, though. Prado, strong, giving up the underhooks, not afraid of it. Look at that positioning.
Good
Prado
balance.
looking fabulous here.
Oh, nice sweep from
great
Tom Lawler. Wow.
Sweep by Lawler, and he starts
Right in
the
the
pass
second
right
floor.
away. Deep underhook on that far side.
I want to say that Fabio really kind of just let that sweep happen in a sense that knows that he's not going to be giving up any points, not in any danger, still has an opportunity to work his
He didn't
game.
fight out of it.
Didn't fight out of it, yeah.
Lawler now controls the inside hip, stops Prado from turning in to the easy guard recovery. As soon as the hand comes off the hip, you see Prado sneaks that bottom knee in. Bottom knee is always, generally, the guard recovery leg. And now we're going to get kind of almost a lockdown style position here.
Yeah, he
but
doesn't have
not
it.
exactly. So see what he's got cooking right here. Strong underhook here from Lawler.
Yeah, modified half guard or modified lockdown
Yeah,
here
he
for
kind
Fabio.
of keeps it butterflied there at the end, the way he's holding his legs. Prado taking a couple of deep breaths. Lawler already working a good sweat, and he's thinking about a Kimura.
Nice sprawl.
Oh, they're going to run into the camera here, and that's going to be
Expensive.
bad news for everybody. I don't quite have an angle on it. What you got there? Ian? You probably got the best angle.
Tom's letting him work, giving him a little bit of space, but keeping good head position so he can't really build up into much. Whether it's a Kimura or what he's fishing for, it's just he doesn't have the strength to sit up and get it.
Yeah, I can see this half guard position here. Prado playing a real
Oh, I lost
traditional half guard, keeping that triangle together. Lawler's in past the knee line already, and now he kind of looks to hunt back to this sort of modified lockdown position.
Fabio keeps fishing for the Kimura because it's open.
Both really aggressive from their respective positions, fighting for that inside control all
Yes.
the time from the top and from the bottom. And again, with this
I like
crossed ankle control here from Prado, Curtis looks back and points it out. Curtis sees it too. He knows what's going on.
It gives him space where Tom can't control the hips as much, I feel like, and it opens up that left hip of Tom's where it's splayed out.
It's a really interesting control. I've not seen that before. I've definitely not ever done it before. Shallow underhook here. Lawler looking to win that inside space on the left side, on the side of the guard. Whoever wins the overhook on the side of the trapped leg and half guard, generally speaking, that guy's going to win the exchange. He may not be able to do anything with it, but he's going to win that small exchange. Lawler now starting to push Prado towards a flat back with that underhook. Prado relaxes on the bottom. No big deal.
Yeah, it's an interesting sort of lockdown that Fabio's using.
Lockdown variation. That's right, Curtis. And now he's going to go backwards with his lockdown. Lawler now starts to flatten him. Heavy pressure down on that top shoulder, which keeps Prado flat on the back. Prado's starting to draw some deep breaths now. Lawler seems to be setting up an arm triangle on the far side. Trying to sneak his head under the armpit there.
Five minutes being echoed in Tom's corner here, so a lot of action so far the first half of the match.
These are 10-minute rounds?
10 minutes.
These are 10 minutes, yeah. 10 minutes, one single overtime. Hey, Curtis, can you give me like 6 inches this direction?
Get those beautiful brunette locks out of the way.
It was just too much hair for me, yeah.
Ooh,
he gets a
strong.
neck crank, 100%.
Nice neck crank for Tom Lawler.
Wow, Tom Lawler hits a neck crank on Fabio Prado. That was
really, really
That
beautiful.
was beastly.
Wow.
Beastly.
And he took it.
Yeah, you're right. He took it from him. He took what he wanted.
He set it up and took it. Wow. And see, a lot of the really high-level jiu-jitsu guys that are Brazilian, they don't pay attention to those. You got like Dean Lister. Okay, he's American, but kind of American. And Josh Barnett hit him with that the neck crank. What was it called?
Well, we call that a diaphragm choke. I don't know what they call it.
But I'm saying, those same kind of catch wrestling moves work very well.
Like a can opener?
Bro, everything works in the right moment.
Yes,
everything works. Even wrist, like goofy, cheesy wrist locks work when the time is right.
Patrick Miller.
We used to think jumping front kicks didn't work. And then Lyoto Machida sent Randy Couture's tooth across the octagon.
All right, guys, so we have our last match, the finals match of the light heavyweight
those
division.
Hurt in the face. I trained at a real strict Muay Thai gym. All these tall, skinny, nerdy dudes push kicking me in the mouth. I'm like, what are you doing?
I'm all set on getting kicked in the face.
I want
no part of that. Leave it to you.
Totally overrated.
So we got Patrick Miller stepping on the mats again. Patrick's gone the distance in his first 2 matches, so we'll see if that.
He got the Kimura finish in the second round.
Right,
the late one though.
He did get it was a late finish.
It was late, but he did finish in regulation.
I got a good feeling he's in shape though. I think he's gonna be just fine.
Kyle, what I wanted to say, Kyle gave up, got a submission very, very early. Maybe a little bit more time for rest for Kyle.
Kyle,
so
2 quick submissions.
Yes, very, very quick.
This is a very interesting matchup.
3 overtime rounds this time, if it goes into overtime.
But you know how I feel is that a good warm-up is like a fight. You work the whole time, you blow the cobwebs off, so he might be undertrained.
Yeah,
where he's peaked.
You almost want, some guys almost want that to happen.
So this is a direct style clash here, in my opinion. Patrick definitely going to want to be on top of this situation. Kyle probably wants to be on the bottom. He's going to attack the limbs. So there's really 2 major styles of control in grappling. There's the body control, where you put heavy pressure onto the body, control with cross faces, underhooks. And then there's the limb style control, which you see out of a lot of the Danaher guys like Nathan Orchard, Gio Martinez from the 10th Planet camps. Kyle definitely plays more of that limb control style, 2-on-1s. Patrick looking to put his body on and dominate you positionally in a more classical way. Caught a knee. Patrick caught a knee on the way in.
And the chin.
Patrick seems like he wants to stand up, but Kyle seems going to play the bottom here.
Good.
Very early in this 10-minute round here.
We got a 10-minute round here, but unlike the super fights, we got 3 rounds of overtime for this one. So we're going to settle this under the true, pure EBI rules. Pure EBI rules. It's funny. It's like saying like an old school rubber guard,
Nice sit guard position for Kyle. See if not getting Patrick to engage though.
Kyle already favoring his right hip, which means he wants to elevate Patrick's left leg, try to get underneath that one for an Ashi style position, or what some people call the single leg X. Or as you try to elevate that left leg, you can kind of invert all the way through, wind up in that inside Senkaku 411 honey hole saddle.
Yeah.
I hate that I have to say all those names.
A million
every time.
different names of it. Yeah. There we go. See,
or what Kyle did before, he can go to that DOA on the other side. Now Kyle looking to counter here.
See, now if he can roll through and not get submitted through there.
Kimura grip.
So
again,
that
limb style control.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Great call.
Kyle might want to keep Patrick here close to him in this position and not let Patrick disengage. Seems like he's really aggressive with that control on the posture.
Yeah. So Kyle with both butterfly hooks in, but he's a little flat on his back. Now he starts to sit up, looking to control the head. Patrick doing a good job of keeping him back. Now Kyle starts to lean forward. He's going to look to set up a 2-on-1 or to get deep. Here we go.
Cartwheel pass. Why does no one do
See
that
how
anymore?
Patrick looks to his own right to try
Nice
to set
little
up that pass.
butterfly guard
and now
sweep.
Kyle looking to get in on the legs. Again, you see
Nice
how
defense.
Yes,
he tries
very
to
good base
elevate
for
that
Patrick.
left leg. Patrick's a gamer. Kyle too.
Having trained with Kyle, BMAC, does Kyle have does he have some favorite attacks or?
He definitely favors
yeah.
the Kimura and the leg attacks. He's going to be all the 10th Planet guys are going to be pretty good at these EBI overtime positions because that's what we train for these positions. So he's going to be good on the back. He's going to be good on the spider web, and he's going to be good in both of those positions, offensively and defensively.
Trying a little Kazushi work.
Sloppy shot.
And Patrick made him pay for it a little bit there. He's going to think twice about that next time.
Yeah. Some guy takes a bad shot and you club him a couple times, so he's not going to do it again.
Little hand fighting here for the guys now. Nice little arm drag attempt for Kyle.
Curtis calling him, telling him to go after the money. Pulls. Ooh.
Strong.
And here
base
comes
for
that leg
Patrick.
entry. And this is going to be that DOA entry on the far side again. It's the same style of setup that he did before. We call that position the Captain Morgan.
He
went to
wow.
the toe hold for the money. The wrong leg toe hold for the money. And Kyle Bain is your Onnit 205-pound champion.
Yeah, Onnit number 4 invitational. I mean, that was...
We have our light heavyweight champion.
Beautiful.
I'm not going to say we called this.
And
Did we
with
call
3
this?
submissions?
We did call it.
We talked about
that
this.
was definitely...
He
definitely the guy to
submitted
watch.
everybody, right?
Yeah.
All subs, all regulation.
Hats off to Patrick Miller. What a gamer. Very impressive with his showing here. I'm sure he'll be back for the next Onnit Invitational.
Kyle walking away with a lot of money right here.
There's been so many submissions tonight.
I believe Curtis said that there was $3,600 of Onnit store credit on top of the cash that they're getting for this.
Oh, wow.
Hypnotic throwing in money.
Yeah.
Onnit throwing in money.
All right,
Fastest
guys.
subs.
We're in our
throwing in money.
135-pound finals match.
This is the last match of the night.
Yep.
Ethan Krillestein.
So I'm interested to see how this goes. Are they going to attack each other? They're going to kind of demo it since they're teammates.
John Kallenstein here. Both Henzo Gracie lineage guys. We'll see what happens here. I think this could be another fight of the night potential.
You think they're going to go after each other?
I think they're going to go after each other.
I do too.
Yeah, there's not going to be any. They're going to put away any differences and just go at it. Not afraid to go at it.
So
these guys are so exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, they get after it. You got and very different styles too. You got a bully, you got a more technical, slick guy.
They train together, and so they're going to know the setups. They're going to know the tendencies a lot more thoroughly than these other guys that have faced them do.
And who has tricks that the other one doesn't know yet?
Yeah.
Never seen intensity like I've seen on John Kallenstein's face tonight. Such intense look.
Yeah, he's
I never got that. I just always laugh and smile and screw around.
I just would like to cry generally. I prefer like bitter weeping, gnashing of teeth before a match.
Grinding your jaw. Yeah, I'm laughing. and
Maybe
being
wetting
silly.
my pants. I'm not sure if I have time.
If you have time.
Yeah, if I got a little time before the match, I like to try that. So, just a little kind of...
Little hand fighting, little head fighting here.
Yeah, not too aggressive from either guy. Feel him out. I say that, and here goes Kallenstein looking for a snap down.
Like you said, they train together, so they know each other so
they're,
well.
They're so versed with each other.
Sometimes that can make you extra cautious.
Yes.
Sometimes that can make you extra aggressive. When you know the guy, when you know your guy's got a hole that you want to try to expose right away.
Yeah, we saw that with Eddie and Gary.
Yeah, they went after each other.
They had a matchup one time a few years ago, if I remember.
Yeah. Some people thought that was a work. I didn't think it was a work. I thought it was just a beautiful display of jiu-jitsu.
Why would it be a work?
I don't know. It makes no sense to me.
Eddie Bravo's fault for all them damn conspiracies.
He likes his conspiracies, doesn't he?
Yeah. Just wait till he starts telling you about them.
Oh, bro. Trust me.
God.
Head fight.
Ethan, the taller guy, longer, definitely. So we'll see.
Nice aggressive snap down into a
John
single.
looking to go for a single
and
leg.
He throws him out. I see. I love when Calistine just slings him across the room.
Yeah, definitely probably safe to say the stronger guy going into this match.
He's a little fireball, man.
But you see, he's got to hit a more open space takedown. Even if he's going to hit that single, he's got to have space to run it.
I got a feeling we're going to see one of these gentlemen get a little bit tired of this type of exchange. One of them's going to sit to butterfly.
Could see it
in the next
maybe a
45
late
seconds.
guard pull.
Boom.
Oh, we see Ethan pull guard here.
It's Ethan looking to get on the legs, but Calistine is actually using that as a passing position.
Floated right over the top.
Beautiful.
Cleared the legs.
Krellinson hiding his feet very well.
Hey, he's got to keep that foot inside that leg, because once it goes over, you can
Now, you notice the difference in his Z as compared to some of the other ones. So Krellinson's still using that knee to shield him away, but he doesn't lock the ankles behind. It makes him a lot more mobile, a lot quicker to be able to spin. Everybody else that we've seen play that position tonight has crossed those ankles, and it's locked them into a half guard. Krellinson leaves the options open to be able to get underneath, to attack the legs, or to spin underneath, start looking for some back attacks and some sweeps. Calistine now in on a single leg X or an Ashi style position here. Turns it, and he's got the overhook on the ankle.
Straight
DOA
ankle lock.
outside ankle lock now, or outside Ashi. And you'll see Calistine now controls the far side leg. That stops Krellinson's mobility, stops him from being able to rotate those hips so easily. Calistine now looking to change off to the other leg. Krellinson very aware. They reset back to the middle. Awesome. Great exchange right there.
Their defense was about a step or two ahead of what either one was doing.
Yeah,
they know each other.
They know
so well.
exactly what to expect.
And their defense was a step or two ahead of what we've seen from their opponents tonight too.
By
They're
far,
way out in front.
These two guys
on their knowledge
are
of that leg exchange.
ahead above the rest, and I don't mean that in any disrespect. I'm just saying they are. That's
Well,
why
that's
they're
why
in the
they're in the
finals.
finals.
Yeah,
That's
they're
right.
just better.
And you know, man, that Henzo Gracie camp, those guys coming out of John Donaher's tutelage.
Oh, man.
And of course with
Death Squad.
Krellinston coming out of TriStar, that's underneath Zahabi, and
they're very
they're so
interconnected.
good. Donaher, a real genius.
And these are the
as a
juniors
coach.
out of that squad.
Yeah,
That's
this is
what's-
they
that's
call it the
what's scary.
JV, right?
Yeah.
They don't look JV to me, bro.
I don't want to run into the big ones, the big scary ones.
I don't even want to run into like their blue belts, really.
The ones I'd be paired with are like the worst. I'm like, this is horrible.
Yeah, because you got a guy like Nicky Ryan waiting out there too. He was a
Nicky
bronze
Ryan,
medalist.
15 years old,
15.
bronze
Yeah.
medalist at the ADCC trials in that huge bracket.
15.
15 years old, only lost to Krellinston.
Yeah.
Really?
Who won the division.
Yeah, and he's a kid. He's
And
a
they're
boy.
teammates.
Yeah, he's an actual kid.
Calistine now jumps into an aggressive DOA. I keep trying to call Krellinston Calistine, and he's going to the corkscrew lock right there. Interesting. I like that kind of lock. Wow, beautiful defense by Krellinston.
Very good exchanges for these two guys.
No deep breaths from either guy. Krellinston pumped his breath, but he didn't sigh and let out that.
You got to get a little oxygen in. I say every time you separate, give me 3 big breaths, because it just kind of puts more oxygen in your body. Not kind of, it's exactly what it does. And it's even if you're not tired, that's what you need to do.
Another thing about these guys, under the tutelage of John Donaher, you see definitely the preparedness that they bring, the actual awareness of the rule set, knowing what they have to do. If they're, obviously they're not doing points, but we'll see if it does go into overtime, how well that can play into either advantage.
We got about 5 minutes left.
Again, you see how Calistine there, while he attacks, he's got an interesting heel hook right there.
Nice
heel hook
escape.
attempt, I should say. Krellinston
Ethan
very
trying to-
aware.
Yeah, pushing up against John here.
But you'll see how when Calistine goes in to control a leg, or to attack a leg, he's looking to control the opposite leg all the time. That gives him an extra measure of control, stops a lot of Ethan's mobility, but it also gives him an option to switch off to the other leg if the escape comes. So he can stay 2-3 steps ahead of you at all times that way. But again, Krellinston very aware. Balled up on the bottom, staying on his side, again playing that loose Z. And he's wrapped up around the knees. He might get a sweep out of that. And he's going to now come out with his head stuck in a vice.
End up in a vice.
Yeah. Krellinston in on the leg. Look at
that. Beautiful work off his back.
Beautiful jiu-jitsu for these two. Beautiful.
Well, you called it, Joey. They're not playing no games. They're going after it.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
I was able to take a seminar from John Calistine. He taught while down in Houston, and his entries from that Z guard position.
So Calistine actually has that ankle overhooked on the other side. That's a position where in that DOA style position or outside Ashi position, a lot of times you feel like you can turn the corner and take the back. Switches off to DOA on the other side. But a lot of times you feel like you can take the back against the guy. You saw that
But he had the foot on the other side.
But he had the foot on the inside. You saw that in EBI, Eddie Cummings versus Kevin Burbridge, who's another one of Gio Martinez black belts. Kevin tried to turn the corner and take the back while Cummings still had that overhook on the ankle from outside Ashi, and eventually succumbed to the heel hook there. Small battles.
About 2 minutes left in the match here.
Ethan coming in strong now. He's looking to pass. Calistine very relaxed on his back. I like his guard.
Matt Kaplan
Shoved him
in his
over.
corner here.
Yeah, you can hear the breathing starting to increase now. They're starting to come after each other.
But you're right. Like you said, just both guys very aware, two or three steps ahead of each other, very aware of, staying so far ahead and not really setting themselves up or putting themselves in any bad spot. You really haven't seen any of that in this match so far.
They've kept out of danger the whole time.
Yeah. I like the way Krellinston plays his guard right here. Like he's looking to go underneath. Calistine, there he goes, underneath. Comes out on top. There's an arm lock attempt. Krellinston again aware.
Too much space.
Ended up being a really fabulous reverse De La Hiva sweep for Krellinston there.
And now we see him on top trying to pass.
Calistine starting to invert. And we may have a knee bar attempt here. Calistine.
He knew
that.
He's like,
to a knee bar.
son.
He knew that. He knew that knee was far too low.
An interesting overtime setup would be from the 50-50 here for these guys, huh?
Oh God, that was. I don't think I could watch that. I would just cringe the whole time. Just shut my eyes.
You'd think you'd make an exception for these guys.
Yeah, why not?
Calistine falling off the mat. I'm going to get a reset here, Coach.
Both guys acknowledging, they need a reset.
Yeah, they knew the way they were.
And it's in both guys really wanting to push that pace and keep being aggressive.
30
seconds. Nice flying.
Sorry, I yelled in the
triangle
mic. Got
attack
excited.
for John.
Yeah, we got
about 20 seconds left in the match here.
Oh, they're both
I didn't like
wow.
I didn't like
these guys just going straight at it, leaving everything out.
50-50. Calistine leaving his foot hanging out there.
Almost a little bit of frustration, I think both of them getting a little frustrated. They couldn't get a submission.
I was a little bit nervous when Calistine jumped.
Yeah.
Went airborne there. It made me a little nervous the way Ethan landed there, but he's pretty bendy. Seems fine.
I tried that in a submission match with Russell Doan in Hawaii. He literally almost flying armbar me so close. So I tried to flying triangle him after him, and he just kind of picked my butt up. So I jumped up and landed head first on the ground.
John
never fun.
Electing to go for the spider web here to see how Ethan can defend.
See, this is the position I would always choose because there's just so much control.
I think it's the right choice.
It's a lot of control, but it also leaves you very vulnerable for an escape.
Yeah.
And we talked about letting go of the leg in this arm lock position.
That gives you
what we
more
call
security.
spider web.
Yeah.
You see, the Danaher guys are very systematized. It's all well thought out.
Yeah.
And you see Calistine has zero interest in losing control of that leg. Because as soon as the control is gone on the leg, there's an opportunity for the other man to turn to his knees. You see, he loses the bottom leg, and now Krellinston trying to turn to the knees, and here he goes to the knees now.
Nice transition to stick with the arm.
Calistine looking to swim move. Krellinston now starting to build some posture. Building his base underneath him. Gets his knees onto Calistine's ankles. Pulls his arm free, and he's out. So I got 49, but I counted I started 6 seconds late, so I'm going to call that 55. Unofficial time, 55-second escape. In the first round, remember, we're going to do this 3 times if there's no submission. So Ethan escapes in 55. All right.
Ethan with the quick body lock here.
Very good from this position. Very good from this position.
And that can wear you out really quick with that body lock. Nice,
Great
nice
ride there.
adjustments.
Calistine on the move. Calistine on the move. He's
nice
out.
escape.
Oh,
Very
wow.
nice
We
escape.
have a winner.
Well, we have a winner of the first round. They're going 3 times.
the first round, sorry.
So we're going into 3. We got 3 rounds, unless we get a submission.
Big discrepancy. Big discrepancy in the ride time in this first round.
Yes.
So John gets 55 seconds of ride time. Ethan only gets 16 seconds of ride time. Let's see how this plays out.
Back into the spider web position.
Again, Calistine doggedly hanging onto that leg.
Almost
That's the right choice.
So much space on the head there, though.
Yes.
Only problem I see.
Even when they go into this inverted position, he keeps that leg. And that's allowing him now. And
now he
lets
let
it go. So he can change his angle. He's going to try to swim again, and this is where Krellinson's probably going to pop out. Yep.
Nice.
24 seconds.
A long contrast from the last round. Almost a minute ride time for John. Now we got about a 24-second ride time in the second round. Ethan electing for the back again.
And that's the right choice for him. That's an easier control position.
You think it's easier
yes,
for him?
And you see how he weaves his body triangle between the legs there and uses his the outside blade of his foot to control sometimes on the inside.
But he's turning.
If John can just create some momentum, that's how he got out the first time.
Well, yeah, he's definitely counting on exploding. He's got his head to the mat on that side, and now see how Ethan now digs underneath. Calistine is now out.
Nice escape for John.
Both guys 24 seconds.
Yes.
Could we see
round.
a change in strategy here? This is going to come down to seconds.
Yes. Now this is a damn good final.
John now taking the back here. See if that changes any sort of strategy. Almost about a minute and 30 seconds total ride time for John in overtime. Strong body lock here.
Yeah, nearly. It's about an 80-second ride time so far for him. Calistine bearing down, doubling down on his squeeze and control of the position.
His head is not moving.
He's doubling down on that control. And so you see he's fallen to that overhook side. And so Ethan wants to get his head to the mat, but in doing so, he still doesn't escape the choke.
Yeah,
Calistine
still got to get out of the body lock.
Committed
and tight
to that squeezing position there. And it's paying off for him right here. Powerful control. Krellinson now starting to make a little bit of an angle. He's going to start trying to put his body weight up towards his head. If he can do that, but it's so hard to cut that angle with that body triangle locked on. And with those short legs of Calistine, that body triangle is ultra brutal. You can see Krellinson's ribs starting to expose there.
So he's all in the guts.
It's all bearing down on that diaphragm. And
his
on the
head
guts.
hasn't moved at all.
Now he's trying to get to the other side.
We're over a minute now, so he's got good control. He's got that ride time down.
Long ride here. This is not what Krellinson wants to
And
happen.
taking the life out
Ethan
of your
taking
opponent.
some big breaths here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that body triangle is just going to squeeze the life out of you.
Yeah, it's a tough spot. And now he's bringing and crossing it over on the other side. The body triangle is now undone.
Nice adjustment for
Let's
John.
see.
Now he opens
he's
the body
changing to the
triangle.
arm.
And he's out. About a minute and a half.
96, 97 seconds of ride time there.
So John is up right now, going into the last opportunity for the overtime.
How many minutes does he need to make up to win this?
Let's see if we can do some quick math here.
He's got 175 seconds.
Okay.
So we got 40, so 175 minus 40 to make it an even, right? So he's got to ride him for 135 seconds just to get it to a tie. He's got to sub him in under 135 seconds.
So we've seen John create a lot of explosion and getting out of this body triangle. Interesting strategy for John electing to go to the back and having his longest ride time in that round.
Yeah, that was interesting, right?
Yeah.
They're rolling out of bounds. Now, this will be interesting to see. I didn't get the timer started on that one. Great job, Brandon.
You're fired.
Well, this is such a great match. It's
Well,
definitely.
they're still okay.
I think we wouldn't know right now anyway.
Yeah.
Are they going to keep
Are
them
they
going?
are they rolling it still?
Yes.
Oh, they're going to take it off into the dirt. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, very much so. If the competitors are okay with it, then who cares?
I think if they get a little further, they're going to have to reset.
Yeah.
Ooh,
If
controlling
they can
the
just
mouth.
get back. Yeah, they need to reset.
They're on the wall. They're on the wall. We got to take them back to the middle.
Yeah, they need to reset.
I'm interested to see how they deal with the time in this
Yes.
situation.
Because what happened when they were off the mat? I don't know.
Well, they ran into the wall, so I'm not sure what they're going to do with it.
I think you should just let these guys go for another 20 minutes.
I believe they're going to call it an escape then.
All right, we have a new champion.
135-pound champ,
And John Calistine is your 135-pound
takes it.
champion.
With quite a performance.
Teammates, and they did not close it out.
Very fittingly, I mean, very,
went after
aware of each other's attacks. You would think that the rule set plays to the demise of the game, of their game. You got to see some you would hope to see some submissions, but in this time, it came down to ride time.
Yeah.
Came down to quickest escape time,
Which is we barely saw that at all in this tournament, so I was
Yeah.
entertained.
Yeah, it's funny because
beautiful.
the matches leading up to this one were all submission oriented, but the most exciting matchup going into the match was decided by ride time. So hats off to these guys. Very,
So
very
we
exciting
got,
matchups.
Kyle Bame is our 205 champion. We got John Calistine, the 135 champion.
Guys, thank you for joining us
Yes,
today.
thank
We've
you
been
as always.
live at the Onnit Academy at 10 Planet Austin. If you've been tuning in, June 3rd, if you want to get your spot here at the Onnit Invitational 5, sign up for an advanced division at the Onnit World Open June 3rd. Remember that Jeremiah Vance is teaching a seminar here and leading all the classes in place of Curtis Hembroff all week long next week. Guys, it's been fun.
Let's pull Calistine over here.
Yeah.
Let's talk to him.
Yeah?
Calistine, you
Calistine?
come talk on the mic, brother.
Come here, young man. Get
Congratulations,
your ass over
brother.
here. Yes.
Congratulations.
Good job.
Beautiful
Good
performance.
job, man. Good job.
Here, talking to this. Directly into it. Yeah. So like
Hey,
this.
thank you.
So, how'd you feel about your performance?
I felt good, but there was still a lot of mistakes that I need to fix. One thing I focused a lot on was my overtime rounds because that's where I've struggled in the past. But I definitely got to work on, finishing better and quicker in regulation.
Man, your ride time, once you switched and took the back for that last overtime,
Yeah.
I know that's your teammate, and so you guys get to train those positions together a lot. Did you feel like, look, if I need this ride time, I'll go to this
I knew
back and
that,
I'll have it?
For my body type, I usually can hold people. I knew that I could hold people for a pretty good amount of time in an armbar. So, and I usually get more finishes from an armbar than I do the back.
Yeah, we were saying that during
So
this.
I knew that if I held the armbar as long as I could and then tried to finish, I would rack up ride time and threaten the submission. And on the back, I knew that I would be able to hold it long enough the second I got a body triangle.
You did a great job at neutralizing Ethan's control from the back. You exploded and got out really
That
quickly.
was something that I worked on.
Yeah, I was
a
wondering
lot,
if you were
like,
working
every
on
night
that.
for
Yeah.
an hour.
Well, it paid off, bro.
Those
Yeah.
back and armbar
Your
escapes.
first escape was about 16 seconds,
Yeah.
and you got a ride of about 55 seconds in the first round. So that played into the psychology of the second and third round.
Yeah.
Well, John, looked good out there.
Congratulations
It
tonight.
wasn't the finals that I wanted, wasn't the finish I wanted, but
Kinda had a
sorry,
feeling
next
you
time
guys
I'll do better.
No disappointment on this side of the
Yeah,
table.
you put on a great
Thank you,
performance.
guys.
Where can
Thank
we
you.
see you next, John?
I'm in the Zapatero at 145 first week of June 6th.
All right, guys,
What about,
check that out.
A little shout out for your social media or anything like that? Any sponsors?
Oh yeah, shout out to where I train, Henzo Gracie, where I teach Pure Heart Fight Gym, Fight Academy, same thing.
Pure Heart
I
Fight
can call it
Academy.
whatever I want now. And Danny Maldonado, my resident small guy, and my sponsor Fuji, and Matt and Chris, my mom, my uncle who came out and made the trip. And thank you to Ethan for the really tough match.
Yeah, well,
I appreciate it. Thank
great
you guys.
performance,
Thank
man.
you.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
Enjoy all
Curtis,
that
and the
money,
Onnit
man.
Academy for having me. Thank
Awesome
you,
job.
guys.
Awesome
I really
job, John.
appreciate it. Thank
Yeah.
you. Look forward to the next time, man. Thank you.
A fierce competitor and a kind gentleman as well.
Very
It's
humble.
nice to
Very
see.
humble.
Scholar and a saint, cunning linguist and a master debater. It was that young man performed tonight. I mean, he really
Again,
put it on.
a junior in the DDS squad.
Yeah, and they're my size, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to do this
Nah,
anymore.
I'm good. I want no part of
Scary
that.
stuff. Joey, any shout outs for yourself there?
Guys, if you want to tune into the Jiu Jitsu podcast, we record about twice a month. You can find us on iTunes and Stitcher. Check us out on iTunes. We got Instagram, we got Twitter, we got Facebook. Give us a like. We appreciate that. We just do it for jiu-jitsu. We love it so much. We appreciate all the support.
Ian.
Oh, and also, if you want to hear retarded stories of me and my friends doing stupid shit, it's TJ DeSantis, my producer, says he describes it as like the 7th hour of a road trip. It's utter nonsense. I stopped doing the podcast Two American Animals because I just didn't want to do it anymore. So I'm focusing on this, and it's working out. We got a lot of cool people, from scientists to playmates to porn stars to athletes to people with charities, whatever it is. It's just there's stories where I just want to evoke some emotion. I don't care what it is, and you're going to learn something. And you're going to evoke some sort of emotion out of the stories you hear.
Anger, fear, laughter, something.
Yeah, you can hate me. I don't care as long as you're thinking about.
Just listen.
And guys, if you stayed with us this long, the guy that talked more than anybody. Yes. In this match, in these matches tonight. Well, this guy, Brandon McCatherine, a true scholar and just very, very mindful of what he brings to the matches. I was really relying on his expertise tonight. Brandon, where can everybody find you?
My website's www.brandonmc.ninja. All of my classes that I teach, all of my seminars that I teach all over the country, and coming soon actually to the UK.
Awesome.
They're available. It's $5 a month. I'm on Instagram, brandonmc.ninja, Snapchat, brandonmc10p, and Facebook, brandonmc.ninja.
Uncle Creepy MMA is everything else. That's all it is.
Yeah, guys, the Jiu-Jitsu Pod and J40BJJ. Guys, this has been a lot of fun tonight.
Seriously.
Really, a lot of fun.
Shout out to my family for letting me be gone all the time. I love you guys.
Yes.
Y'all are my heart, my soul. I love you with all my heart.
London, my daughter, I know you're not watching this, but you're 5, so go to bed. And then Phoenix, our boy, I don't know, you're old enough. Do whatever you want.
Guys, look, Onnit World Open, June 3rd. Sign up. If you want to get in your spot for Onnit Invitational 5, come check it out. You got your chance.
Yes, in August, right?
August.
Yes.
Yep.
I'll be here teaching hopefully another well, this time was jiu-jitsu, next time will be stand-up, so it'll be a lot of fun.
Email jujitsu@onnit.com.
Fellas, let's pick these up.
It's been great, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you.
And drop them.
We're out.